are people that buy these goddamn extended warranties. You think they ever read them?
No, they don't.
We have to read them. After they get screwed.
Oh, we got one now. We just refuse to work with.
The warranty company?
Yeah.
They're just too much, huh?
Well, we just negotiated to where we were giving them the parts for less than our cost, and they still wouldn't approve it. You know, and it's just like, this is nonsense. It 2 weeks to get the parts.
So we're going up again.
And then we had a defective part. Now it's been a month waiting for the replacement.
Jesus.
You know, and I told the customers, like, dude, you owe me $255. Go get your freaking car. I'm done. This is between you and your warranty company. It's nothing to do with me.
Hey, you.
What's the name of the warranty tab?
I'm trying to find it. Yeah.
Piece of shit warranty.
Oh, they're terrible.
POS warranty.
We will not pay.com. LicenseTheSteel.net.
I wonder if we should figure out that audio, babe.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's worth the YouTube with the audio that fucked up from what I heard.
Okay.
I don't know why anybody would listen.
Let me work with Zach. Let me go talk to him right quick.
It should be just audio
Okay.
from the show, during the show, up until I'm done with my lives. Then just this without the audio on top of it. Let's see here. Yeah, she's like, first day in the house, her AC froze up. They're like fucking homeowners.
Welcome to homeowners.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. God, we are traveling so much this year. It's crazy.
You guys really like that, don't you?
Love traveling.
Yeah. Maybe I just don't know how to travel and have fun. To me, it's a pain in the ass.
We will be in, we are already in, of course, Vancouver, Alaska. We'll be in Germany. We'll be in Iceland. We'll be in Ireland. We will be in Turkey. We will be in...
Turkey's supposed to be magnificent.
Italy and one other country.
This is all one big trip?
No, it's throughout the year.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're going to go down and visit Sicily, too?
Been to Sicily, not too. I don't really care about that. We've been to Italy before. This is where's the Big Lemons at? I think that's the main one we're going to.
The Big Lemons?
Yeah, they have lemons as big as your fucking head. Wow. Suzanne will know. Literally, their lemons are this big.
So what I'm going to do is once
Italy's on a cruise, is why it's only that place. You know what I'm saying?
Capri.
That I could not tell.
Maffley Coast and the island of Capri.
If it's an offline this way in the bottom corner, it's going over Capri.
Okay.
At one point, I left this on because I was being able to music or whatever.
And they were hearing commercials and us.
And I forgot to put it on.
Okay.
I have no idea, but I'd say 90% of the time it looked like this. If it was still going, so Subardo check. If it is going over
Sorrento,
I won't need to but I am 90% sure, like maybe 95%.
Okay.
It being an offline, it should be.
Okay. And the other thing is, I don't know what button it is, but I know with apps, we like to be able to communicate with them when
I know.
Okay, I guess we have a
but
show.
we need to take in.
Anyway.
Well, when
You know, this big guy in Norway, Haugland, their soccer player, they're showing what this guy eats in a day.
Is it a shitload? Like, what are we talking?
Well,
Like
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
All right, welcome to the show, my friends. This, is the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. I love Car Day. Jeff Vick, Himmer Transmission, and then Kevin Calkins, Sheridan Auto Tech. We also got Deputy Bo in the house.
Hello, everybody.
I don't brag about Bo enough, and I mean that. Bo kicks ass. There's very few things I have put Bo on over the years that don't get handled.
Can we take him to lunch or something?
I think we have to take him to lunch, buy him a drink, something.
For a beer, a drink.
Or we'll let him take us to lunch and bask in our glory.
He would love that.
He would love that.
I like going out in the field.
So it's incredible. Listen to this, Jeff, Kevin. So we had this lady get ripped off on a refrigerator. She buys a brand new fridge, $600. It's cheap as hell. It's a Frigidaire, brand new in the box, though. But we find out there's a problem with it. Here's the problem. It's for a 36-inch hole. The top of it's 36. The bottom of it's 36. But during manufacturing, they must have pumped too much foam in it because it bubbled out. So the middle of it's 38 inches.
It has a belly.
It has a belly. So the guy that sold it to her basically said, okay, send her out another one, same thing. So he must be buying seconds or something. I mean, there's no way. It's just weird as hell. So the guy says, my bad, I'm just going to give you a refund. That was months ago. And never gave her a refund. Calls into the show Monday. Bo goes out to his house. I love it. He goes out to the dude's house. Now you say, why the house? Because when you look up the business, it's a house.
Yeah, it's a residence.
It's a residence. So he goes out and he leaves a note. And what did the note say? It was very polite.
It was very polite. I taped the original receipt to his door, and I said, this is Bo from the Troubleshooter Show. We would just appreciate it if you would refund our caller's money. And
so he calls our caller that night and says, I'm going to be there this weekend and pay you. So we're going to see how that goes. But when I say it gets directly involved, honestly, that's what this show does. It can be a bad landlord. It can be a problem with an auto mechanic shop. Sure. It can be a problem with a car dealer. We get directly involved. And if you need help, you need to tell your friends. 303 Martino. That number works right now to get through to us. I got 3 lines open. Or, of course, you can call anytime and leave a message. Sometimes we even answer when we're not on air. 303 Martino. 303 Martino. Go ahead.
Hey, Mark, you know what we're going to be talking about again?
What?
I'll be interested to get Kevin and Jeff's opinion on this. But,
Giselle.
Yes, the gal with the towing.
Very interesting.
Tow truck company drops the vehicle off for some repair work at Denver Spring and Suspension.
And if I recall, the CEO, Nicole. Okay, I'm going to recap, then we're going to bring it up. I want to know what you guys think about this. I looked at the laws, and basically, when they drop a car off with you guys, doesn't matter who it is. Let's say they drop it off for an estimate on a transmission. On your work order, if you're going to charge storage, it has to be on there, and it has to explain how much it is. It's not like the old days where there was a state maximum or anything, but it has to be on there. If it does not talk about storage on something they sign, they can't charge. You can't charge storage. So on your invoice, for example, is there storage?
It doesn't list it on my invoice. No, if we're going to get into a situation like that, I know a customer is potentially going to be, stretching things out.
Sure.
We have a separate contract we sign.
Got it. So you play it by ear, basically. You get a gut. Kevin?
Yeah, same thing. We notify with a text, an email, and verbally.
Like how much it's going to be.
How much it's going to be, when it starts, to all the conditions, absolutely.
Okay, so you're supposed to, just so both of you know, they're supposed to sign it, not just a text, but none of that matters. So Denver Spring and Suspension. And for the life of me, I thought I used them years ago when we would get a big truck in. Mm-hmm. And we simply couldn't work on it and needed struts. I think they pretty much do massive jobs. Mm-hmm. But there's a new owner down there, so I have no idea who's running it. But here's the bottom line. Tell me what you think. In fact, funny enough, Kevin, in your former life, you were in the tow truck business. So Giselle, I'm going to bring her up. You own a tow truck company, Giselle. You've got about 3 trucks, right?
Yes.
So it's a 2020 Ford 2020 Ford F-350 or 450? I forget.
550.
Oh, 550. That's a big boy. Is that really what they specialize in down there, is some of the bigger rigs like that?
As far as I'm concerned, yes.
Okay. So she drops it off, has one of her drivers drop it off. He signs the invoice. It's going down there because it needs some work. What was it going down for, an alignment?
An alignment.
So they do the alignment. They come back and they hit her with, how much was the estimate? $6,000?
No, they didn't do the alignment. The alignment didn't pass because it needed other stuff to be fixed first.
And how much was all that?
$7,500.
So they quote
$7,500.
They quote her $7,500. It's a 2020. She's like, I don't know. So she doesn't do anything. She doesn't approve the work, nothing like that. She kind of forgets about the truck. This is kind of crazy, but that's kind of how it is. She's got multiple trucks and basically short drivers, so she's got stuff to do. She's not thinking of the truck. She's not thinking it's back in her yard. She's not thinking of it. So the truck stays there how long, Giselle? How long was it?
Since May 15th. I thought it was at my driver's location.
Yeah.
And I found out on June 27th, I believe, that it wasn't.
So how many days is that roughly, somebody?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah.
So 6 weeks. That's
and they never contacted you in the meantime and told you to get this truck out of their way?
They said they did, but I didn't receive anything.
She thinks the driver took it back. She didn't want to do the work. She thinks it went back to wherever it's supposed to go with the driver, but it didn't. Miscommunication. There's no doubt. She acknowledges that.
Yep.
Here's where it gets really weird. So finally, she realizes it. However, it doesn't even matter. And in the fine print at the bottom of the invoice that she signed, it's $250. $250 a day storage. Wow. So now they kind of put the squeeze on her, in my opinion. They said, well, if you do the $7,500 in work, we'll knock $3,000 off the $6,000 that you owe us for the storage. Now, everything I can read about the law, most judges would throw this out. They'd simply, they would give them something for storage, maybe somewhere between 50 and because
$75.
Well, because it's a big truck, something. But 250, everything I can see from cases I read about in Colorado, they ain't giving her, a judge isn't going to award 250. The problem there becomes paying an attorney and paying everything else to get to that point. Where do you go? Although small claims court might be the way to do it as well.
$6,000. I mean, you pay it, get the truck out of the way, and you sue them for it back.
You sue them for basically overcharging. I mean, that's it. I started thinking, if you put on the bottom of your invoice, I was in the business.
5,000.
Yeah, exactly. I had some of our real busy stores, Castle Rock and Montbello. I could have 40 people walk in and out a day for an oil change, for anything. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if I had a little type at the bottom that said 5,000, 10,000 a day storage? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's unconscionable. Mm-hmm. I believe 250 is unconscionable. Now, does the place have a parking lot outside? Did they keep the truck inside? Do you know anything like that?
She told me that, she goes, yes, we have the space. She goes, but we had to move it a couple times, is what she told me.
Yeah, okay.
But it stays outside.
So and that's Nicole, who's apparently the CEO, right? Giselle?
Yes.
Is Nicole the CEO? She's the one you're referring to.
That's it says on her signature, yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you told me Nicole Tuesday or whenever.
Yeah, but the website shows new owners as of 2023 or 2024, Mark, and it wasn't a Nicole. So I'm just wondering if there's a little confusion there. I told Axe to double check.
Well, here's what we got to do. I want to get them on, Axe. I thought we reached out to him. Oh, he's talking to him right now. So, Giselle, I'm going to put you on hold. I'm hoping they come up. Now, I wanted to ask you guys this, so what do you think? I mean, you got the whole story. Kevin?
Well, I mean, if they fix the car, waive the storage. Because we don't threaten storage to make money. I threaten storage to get the car out of there.
To get it out of there so you can open up the bay.
Yeah, exactly.
And this was stored outside, so it wasn't
Not a
taken
big
up
deal.
a bay. But
Still,
do you find it too much money? Let's just go to there. $6,000?
Most certainly.
I think the
$1,000 a week?
250s for big semis and stuff. That was why it was on there.
With a trailer, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So this is
Jeff, what do you think?
I mean, like he says, the threat of storage is just so you can get rid of the vehicle. So on our contract, it basically says you got the first 3 days for free, and after that, it's $45 a day unless it's larger than a 1 ton, and then it's $65 a day.
Yeah, see, to me, that's reasonable. You want to get it out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So, Axeman, I know you just talked to him, right? Who'd you talk to over at, what is it actually called to? Denver Spring and Suspension.
I think that's how they answered the phone. I spoke to
Denver Spring and Suspension Incorporated over on North Washington Street.
So what did they say and who'd you talk to?
I talked to Kennedy, and
Who's Kennedy? I mean,
she's just like the person who answers the phone.
Got it.
And I spoke to her the first time I called. When I called back today, they said they can't come on and give a public comment because, well, first they said, is there a way we can reach out through email? And I said, well, we have Giselle on air right now. We just want to get both sides. And then she said they're actually busy with like 1 million customers and Nicole can't come to the phone.
So they got 1 million customers and they want to charge $6,000 for this truck being there. That's an interesting thing. So where did they leave it? They simply just don't want to come on air?
Yes.
Then I'm very comfortable saying this. Extremely comfortable. Because when you called a few days ago, were they going to look into it and call us back? I thought there was like a 20-minute deal going on.
Yeah, well, I called at 10 or 1:20 and wait 20 minutes. It's 40, and then we had some callers. So
but they never called back. Nope. So they have never addressed it besides when you first talked to them, and they said they would get back to us in 20 minutes or something along those lines.
Yeah,
to the best of your knowledge, is that how it went down?
Yeah. It was either we call or they call. I'm pretty sure they said to call.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they still...
So here we go again. I don't understand where these people are coming from. Storage, yes, you pay it. And ultimately, Giselle, I think what you're going to end up doing is paying it and going to small claims court, and it's going to be reduced, and they're going to end up owing you money. But I am very comfortable saying I would never use this company. Anybody out there with a big truck or a tow truck company, think about this. This was a mistake. Giselle's not lying. Her driver drove it over, signed the invoice, did not realize the truck, when they decided not to do the work, didn't go back with the driver. It was a mess up. But $6,000, $1,000 a week, they're trying to justify. Is that about right? 6 weeks, $1,000 a week.
Real close.
They're trying to justify $1,000 a week, and according to Giselle, they might have had to move the truck twice. $1,000 a week. That's who you're dealing with if you go to Denver Spring and Suspension.
And just to clarify, that's not just for heavy duty truck. They also do light duty and SUV.
So even if you left your car over there, to me it's this. Now look, this is my opinion. This is a squeeze play. They're pissed because she didn't want to do the work. Maybe she wanted a second opinion. Maybe she had to wait a little bit to pay for it. None of that matters though. To me, this is punishment. They're trying to punish her for not getting the $7,500 in work done. And now they're telling her, hey, out of the graciousness of our heart, if you do the $7,500 in work, we'll only charge you $3,000 storage. In my humble opinion, that's thievery. Giselle, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And the reason why I didn't have them do the work is because we had another mechanic who was going to charge us $3,000 for the same work that they were going to do.
So, and they were over double the price. Hold on. I've got to take this break, but we had an interesting call yesterday. Did either of you guys happen to hear the hot tub call yesterday? Oh, my goodness.
I've tried to listen to it, but I'm such a busy guy, I just didn't have the time.
So the outcome was somewhat wonderful, but it was so funny. We had to spend some time and use resources like all of our listeners and give phone numbers out and all kinds of great things to get it done. But I do believe we got it handled after multiple other people got involved. And I think we're going to employ that same tactic right after this.
Ooh, little tease.
$6,000, $1,000 a week. Actually, it's more than that. How much is that a week? 250 times 7 is what?
Well, you can't charge storage on Saturday and Sunday.
Gravina's, let me tell you something about Nick Gravina, and I mean this. Suzanne and I have used them. They are absolutely a great company. Sliding doors, entry doors, and of course windows. Think about this. Not only have they been in business for a long time in Colorado. In fact, he took over from his dad, Larry, who took over from his dad. Think about this. 20 different manufacturers of windows with 50 different lines of windows. No matter what, they have the window for you. And you're going to love their service, you're going to love their pricing, and you're going to love their selection. And that includes their entry door, their sliding doors, everything they do at Gravina's. Please, if you're looking for any of those products for your house to upgrade it, make it look better, maybe after a storm, you got to call Nick. Go to gravinas.com. That's gravinas.com. Now let's talk Barry Miller, Vestera Properties. Maybe you want to invest in property, but you have absolutely zero idea of what you're doing. That's when you call up Barry. He's going to find the right area in the country, and it's not Colorado right now, unfortunately, and the right house. You buy it, you own it, you get it, and you wait about 2-3 years and you sell it. And because he found the right property, bam, you make money. A lot of his clients end up buying 2 or 3 and keep growing their retirement, basically. So I want you to check it out at VesteraTurnkey.com. Simple as that, VesteraTurnkey.com.
Yeah, you're not allowed to charge weekend storage or holidays.
You're not?
I didn't know that. So it's 12.
If you're not open for them to pick it up, you can't collect.
So
the
how much
storage.
is that? $250
Well, that's $12.50 a week.
I downloaded that app finally.
Did you?
without the weekend.
Did you get the paid
Monday through Friday is $12.50 a
Not
week.
the paid.
Not the paid one?
$500 every
This is-
Tuesday.
You do get more with the paid one.
Mark, I wasn't here
There's your
yesterday.
cabin.
There's the
Giselle,
cabin. Here's the
vehicle's
actual,
still there.
Red Mountain.
I think so. She needs to go get
The
it.
biggest problem is they really can't fight inside this area.
Is she fixing
Because of the
this?
terrain. They can get guys in, but if something happens, they can't get them out. So they're focusing primarily fighting on this line right here, and then fighting.
Mark,
once it
why
gets up
don't I
here.
call over there
These
during
areas have
break?
already been evacuated.
Why don't I
They're
call
way
over
having their way
there?
to the evacuation zone for us.
They're way too busy.
Yeah, but I'll call on the hot.
24 to 48
They're just,
hours.
they're,
that can happen.
they
just
said
kidding.
about they're
And
way
just
too busy.
yesterday,
I'm going
they
to
had
put
an
you on the
off-season
case
fire
and we'll
spark
see
up
if
over here.
anything
Yeah, I'd like to see if they would just help. Like to help.
Oh, no.
What's going on? What are we looking at?
The fire.
that?
the cabin.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he was just showing me.
Are you evacuated or
No,
free?
they haven't even given us an evacuation zone yet, created one for us.
Got it.
So 32 here is evacuated, 34 and 33 are both in pre-evacuation status. If they go red on either one of those, we're going to be next.
Oh, did you used to listen to Reggie McDaniels?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, I remember Reggie. Yeah.
So I did,
Yeah, I'd like to.
for a long time, I did a show right after his. So I think he was 11 to maybe 1 o'clock in the
He was a
afternoon.
football player, right?
Yep.
Okay.
No, man. He was a movie guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
You're
the
thinking
football player.
Rivers, Reggie
Reggie
Rivers.
Rivers.
yes.
Yeah.
No, McDaniels was, he was an older black guy with oxygen. And
Oh, really?
he would interview every Hollywood person you could ever imagine. He'd have Tom Cruise on.
No kidding.
Yeah, he had everybody, but he was live on KOA 11 to 1. I think it was on Saturdays or somewhere in there. And I got to know him because I was doing afternoons after him on the weekend. And what I learned is I said, how do you get all these interviews,
Yeah.
for God's sake? Like, how do you get Brad Pitt for an interview?
Yeah.
He goes, you always love his movies no matter what, and you never say anything they don't want to talk about. You give them a blowjob, and you'll get every damn celebrity there is. And What great advice. I mean, honestly.
Mark, do I pay for that trip with the
I have to go through a lot of mouthwash.
Yeah.
Right, still out of mouth.
Hold on, go pay for it quite yet. I wanted to look at insurance, though. We'll get it handled today, though.
Mark didn't hear that.
What? I did missed it.
Yeah, go ahead and say it.
Blowjob, go ahead.
You're going to go through a lot of mouthwash.
Whatever it takes to get the interview right.
A lot of Listerine.
So, Mark, you don't remember Gary Tesla back in the day?
I know. I've never heard that name. Was he on KOA?
Yeah, he was on KOA. He was on for a long time.
Never heard of him.
Mike Rosen.
Well, Mike Rosen, yeah, he was on forever.
He came after Mike Rosen.
During the 2000 election with Hangin' Chads, I was the only liberal. Yes, I was extremely liberal.
Oh, really?
On KOA. And I would wake up to Mike Rosen in the morning.
You'd wake up to
tearing apart anything I said the night before.
Oh, really?
That was fun.
You don't have any old tapes of the Marc Mager show, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd like to hear one.
I'd have to go dig them. I found a video because you said that last night of the probably 97, 98 doing my computer show downtown. All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. So I can't believe these guys. Honestly, Denver Spring in suspension. You should be ashamed of yourself, and this is my opinion. And thank God for this great country. Well, I can still form my own opinion. In my opinion, I would never use them. And here's the facts according to the caller. They're trying to get $6,000, $1,000 a week for storage. She thought her driver picked a vehicle up. Now listen, they didn't do any work. They gave her an estimate, and then when she said no because someone else will do the work at half price, or actually even more than that, $3,000 compared to $7,500, according to Giselle, they said, well, you owe us $6,000 for the storage. Absolutely horrible business practice. Once again, in my opinion, use your own brain if you want to use these guys. And Jeff looked up, they actually do light duty too. So if it's not an F-550 and it's a little Ford Taurus, you're still on the hook for $250 a day, according to these guys and according to our caller. We reached out. They were going to look into it last week. Now, I guess they don't want to look into it. So here's what I would like to do. What phone number did you call over there, Axeman? What phone number did you call? Axeman, what phone number did you call?
I'll handle that. 303?
Yep.
295-7638.
7638. So please, folks, and I do this for a reason. Now, I'm pretty sure I used to send this company business, but it was years and years ago, when we couldn't fit the trucks in, like what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure it's the same business or not, but it looks like they sold in 23. I would have used them way back, like in, say, 08, 9, 10, around there. But I would never use them again. I would never send them business. And in my humble opinion, they suck. And if you disagree with me, I'd love to hear from you. And if you're now listening, Denver Spring in suspension, I would love to hear from you too. Maybe I'm missing something, but you're so busy over there, according to whoever answered the phone, you don't have time to do anything. Even though you promised a couple weeks ago, or no, a couple days ago, you would come on. 303-295-7638. Please, folks. Please, I implore you to help us. Help Giselle. She's a small business owner. This isn't a huge towing company. She has 3 trucks. 3 trucks. It was a mistake. Does she owe something? I would say absolutely. Maybe even $100 a day. But I don't think there's a judge in the world that would go along with $250 a day. She might as well put $5,000 a day or $10,000 a day.
I have an important question for Giselle. Giselle, did you?
She's not on anymore.
Okay,
we don't need her now at this point. All we can do at this point is try to help her.
I just want to know if she got her truck out of there.
Well, I told her she needs to go down and pay and get it out.
I know they're threatening to lean the truck.
Yeah, she needs to go
pay them. If she doesn't pay it,
she's got to pay them, and then she's got to bring them to small claims court.
Her right now. They're charging her every day. Why don't I give her a call? Give the Spring Shop a call during the break?
Just try one time. I mean, we've called over there.
Sure,
I'm going to use my cell phone.
First time they said they'd get back to us in 20 minutes and lied. So days later, now they're saying what again, Axe? What are they saying? I don't know why I can't hear him like every other
They
time.
said they said they're too busy to take a call.
Yeah, they're too busy now. So, I mean, Bo,
I am going to call.
You can try,
during
but
the
only
break.
try once.
I'll call one
But
time.
here's what I'd really like to do.
Okay.
People out there, tell them how you feel about this. Tell them you're listening to it on the radio. Ask them to justify it. $1,000 a week? 303-295-7638. 303-295-7638. Give them a call, and I'm going to revisit this. I might revisit this every hour from this point. You know what? That's how we get things done here. Hey, I'm sick and tired of companies just being unreasonable. And once again, this is my opinion, and I can formulate that. So when you get your attorney involved and send it over, let me tell you something, Mr. Attorney. This is my opinion. We have never, in 45 years, not one time have we been sued and not prevailed. In fact, Tom took a lady's condo one time for attorney's fees, and I am not kidding. So come after us. Please throw everything you got at us because you don't think I can have an opinion on what a crappy business you run. Yeah, I said it, Denver Spring in suspension. And I'd love to hear from anybody out there that disagrees on this. I'd like to hear anybody justify a $6,000 storage bill, no work done, because she didn't want to have the work done because they were more than double of other places. Yeah, she screwed up. She thought her driver had it back. Guys, what do you think? Am I going overboard, honestly?
No, because they didn't do it right. You know, everything I'm reading, they have to have a separate written document for storage. You cannot include storage in the approval for work and everything else because you're just hiding it.
I didn't know that.
It has to be a separate written document spelling out the exact terms and conditions of storage charges.
She's got to go down there, pay these
But it
crooks.
goes further.
And once again, that's an opinion.
Like tow companies, according to the Colorado Repair Act, for vehicles over 10,000 pounds, which is this would qualify, they are capped at $48 to $57. That's tow companies.
That's a tow company.
I mean, go pay it and take them to small claim.
You got to pay it. Giselle, pay it, get the vehicle back, and I will sit here and warn people every day on these great airwaves of Denver Spring in suspension. I'll do it every single day. And by the way, they're at 303-295-7638. You guys want to go to war and be unreasonable, do it. It's extremely unreasonable. You might as well put $250,000 a day down there. Why not do that? Denver Spring in suspension. Why don't you do that? You might as well do that. You could retire tomorrow. Simple as that. In fact, put down there that you get their firstborn. You can put all kinds of things in your little agreement. It doesn't mean you can hold people to them. Yeah, apparently you can blackmail people to them, though. She's going to end up paying, and I hope she comes after you. And I want to follow it because I'll tell you what, when you get your judgment, Giselle, against these people for them overcharging, I'll read it out loud every day. Denver Spring in suspension, 303-295-7638. I promise I'll move on, at least for now, right after this.
But you went to public school, no?
What's that?
You went to public school?
Yeah.
Because $250 for a 5-day week is $12.50 a week.
For a 5-day week.
For $12.50 a week. Yeah.
Well, I'm just going off the 6,000 in 6 weeks. I didn't go to public school. Actually, I didn't. I got my GED.
I just had to poke him.
I know, yeah.
Hold on one second. I think I got a live. 10:15. Dude, I've tried that neck, this neck. I think the threads are...
Even a turkey neck won't work.
Does this happen to anybody else?
I have some jokes, but I'm not going to.
We have injury.
$6,000.
Yeah.
It happened. Did you see it
Hold
happen
on.
this morning? Just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it literally fell 5 minutes into the show.
On our next episode, a man shares his moving story of immigrating to America and trading gang life in Chicago for marine life on Paris Island. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Story.
Frank Duran, the real estate man, oh my goodness, when he sold our house in Red Hawk in Castle Rock, he got us more for our model than any other of the exact same model being sold at the same time. Not only did he get us more money, he sold it quicker. In fact, Frank Duran sells more homes, listen to this, more homes in 1 month than most realtors in Colorado sell in entire year. And then he saved us over $100,000 on our new house. You're going to love Frank. He'll also do a free evaluation on your house. You'll do it right now. Go to frankduranhomes.com. You heard me, frankduranhomes.com. Okay.
See what I can do. So is this
This is
part
so
right here that keeps
exciting.
going off, or this part?
Why do you have to?
Well, this is the worst part, and you can tell it's loose as fuck. Even when you put it in, the threads are loose. So I thought it was this, but I think now it's the threads themselves.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at
What do you have to have done to your hands, Susan?
I have had a splinter
long do I
in
have?
it
Does
for
anybody know?
over a week. I had
Probably
it
3-4
x-rayed. They
minutes.
couldn't
Okay.
see it.
And I
Tried
have
digging it out
okay.
myself twice. And now it just looks funky, but I can sort of tell there's something in it, but it's better. So I don't know if it's just going to become a part of me. If it's going to work its way out.
A wood splinter or a steel?
Don't know. They
even x-rayed it.
I can't see it, and they couldn't see it on the x-ray.
It's going to end up costing $800 for a splinter.
Anyway, I'm giving
can
a little
take
more
care of it.
time. It's not like super hurting or anything. It's just,
Jeff and I would do it for free.
I think it'd be cheaper to amputate.
I pulled my own tooth.
you know I do that.
you're a maniac right there.
Just a little whiskey, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Need more than whiskey.
Soak
Take
it,
a
soak
sip
it and
pour
pour
it
it.
on your finger and go for it. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just deep in there. Like I dug at it so much twice.
You might have irritated it yourself. And that
Yeah,
might
I might be feeling my own irritation, and I did dig it out. I just
You try soaking it.
What was the name of that hotel
baking
that guy
soda,
said?
everything. I've been looking at it, Clayton Hotel.
Does it look nice or medium or what?
It's just like a castle. It's
The
a castle.
hotel is?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't we do that then, right? Then we're not.
It's
moving around.
45 minutes from Guinness, and it doesn't look like we go to Guinness on
That
the tour
hotel.
unless we do an excursion. So we
So you're
may.
saying it's not that hotel we're talking about?
It's about-
not downtown.
It's not. It's about 45 minutes from Guinness. I don't know where Guinness is. Is it downtown? Is it out in the country? I don't know. So I was just starting to look at it.
Went to the wedding in Boulder.
Yeah. But no, so I went turkey hunting here a couple months back.
Yeah.
So nothing.
Tim,
until-
I am not doing
I didn't get a pronghorn
self-surgery.
tag this year. I got
All
a
the slack is
deer,
down.
an elk,
Also, I
and a
got
bear.
new parts downstairs, but cool. For now, hopefully it doesn't belong to
Oh, it
your
will.
face.
What's your first name?
Noah.
Noah, thank you
Would
so
guess how long
much.
I've worked here before you.
What's that?
You want to guess how long I've worked here?
One day.
Somebody's asked me. No, I've been here since February 24.
Oh, have you? I don't think I've seen you.
Nobody runs into me. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
You live in the basement.
No, I live on the third floor. That's why.
Oh, and what is your first name?
Noah.
Noah. I thought you said Nuh. I'm like,
I mean, sure. I have you whenever you want me to be. It's
Did you take
2026.
Dominic's place or your?
I took
Dominic.
Hood's place.
no,
Okay.
Dominic's like. Oh, Hood, didn't he go to prison or something wild?
He's not. Noah's not talking about that.
That's Cobain.
Oh, that is Cobain. Yeah,
Cobain went to
Eric Cobain.
Eric Cobain. Hood,
I know
there's
who that
something
is.
there. What
He
was it?
went to Salem.
Okay. I am thinking of
Oh,
Cobain.
thanks for your help.
And then Dylan, if you run into Dylan is who took place of Hood.
Got it.
Yep.
Hey,
I took,
Noah.
Jason's spot.
Thanks, Noah.
What do you think about putting some 271 thread locker on it? I have some in the car.
Then you can't turn it.
I have some. I might have
That's
some more
true.
downstairs, but I probably have a whole new boom downstairs too.
Oh.
Cool.
New boom needed.
Yeah, Loctite, you won't be able to spin it
How
around.
about a new phone system?
That would be.
How about a paint job? Hey, do you dust?
Yeah, they spent 70 grand on the bathrooms, but no phones.
Yeah, when they were done, everything leaked.
Yeah, Jeff, that's right. And they had to, each floor bathroom had to match.
Are you phone or phone system?
The phone system. I would have put the money.
Oh, that'd be cool. It's now occasionally, it hasn't been that bad this week, but last week, like we would have 2-3 calls and then everything dies. Or you go to them and no one can hear you. Just complete phone problems. Which is so funny that it's a AM talk show. I just find that like crazy. Although I guess most hosts don't take really calls
See,
anymore.
we go through it, and we have VoIP phones, internet and stuff, and I mean, there'll be Every once in a while, you.
All right, folks, 303-713-8255. Any car questions you have, any help you need, you've been ripped off by anybody out there. We like going directly after them. Grab them by the jugular. I mean, honestly, when I think something's wrong, I'm just done pussyfooting around it. I'm completely done with it. I'm just in a mood now. And that's it. I don't know what else to say. So if you got a bad landlord out there you want to talk about, 303-713-8255. We got some calls we were going to go back to. Right now I have lines open, but we're waiting for experts. Literally, we are waiting for our timeshare expert and our Paragon Services, Matt, and we've got some stuff to go to, but I simply am not going to go there until we have those experts up. So now's a great time. You have any car questions, I got the best in the business here. Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission, and then, of course, Kevin Calkins, Sheridan Auto Tech. Guys, in general, what is going on in the business? About 3 or 4 weeks ago, you guys were saying, oh, it's crazy. It's kind of slow. Then all of a sudden you said, one day we can be slammed. Then it's a little slow. Where's it at now? Is it insane or what?
It's still pretty schizophrenic for us. So, I mean, literally, like we were saying before, at one moment we're bursting at the seams, can't get around ourselves. The next, you're checking to see if the phones are working.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Kevin, same?
Actually, we've been, knock wood, we're about a week behind right now.
Is that good? You like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, being behind's good.
A week,
What are people's tolerance on that? I mean, like, they're not going to wait a week for an oil change, but give me an idea of why someone would wait a week for what? It had to be like a major deal.
Yes and no. I mean, if your brakes are scraping or something like that, we'll try to squeeze you in.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So when you say a week behind, they call up and they want an oil change or have their brakes checked,
right,
or whatever. You're saying, okay, your appointments are a week out.
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking the cars are sitting there for a week.
No, we don't want them to sit that long.
No, you don't want them there. Although I heard you can charge $250 a day, like Denver Spring and Suspension, just for the storage. Yep,
Speaking of, so Giselle just emailed me. This is what she said just a couple minutes ago. I have one more question on my case. I have learned that Denver Spring and Suspension is filing bankruptcy. So if I pay the $6,000 in storage fees and they filed bankruptcy, what happens?
She's up a creek.
Yep.
Why? Wow. I mean, where did that? I have so many.
She sent a screenshot of the filing. They filed a Chapter 11 on April 1st of this year.
Oh, wait a minute. This is great information. Can we have Mike Wink?
I'll text him.
I want him. Let's verify they're going bankrupt, because now, holy moly, this is great. This is really great. No, don't pay it if that's the case. Did you say Chapter 11?
Yeah, well, she said filing bankruptcy, but what she sent for a screenshot from Pacer Monitor, which I think is pretty legit, it says it's a Chapter 11.
Here's what I want. I don't want Wink. No offense to Wink.
Oh, you want Brian?
Get Jeff Brynan on. When it comes to Chapter 11s, I do not know anybody else that's better in the business. He is absolutely the best. He will be able to answer that question and give her advice if we can get him on. I used him. I did a Chapter 11 on my good years in 08. Here's what a Chapter 11 is. A Chapter 11 is a reorganization. So you're going to end up paying everybody, or especially the secured debt, over an agreed amount of time. But most Chapter 11s actually end up converting into basically a 7. They go bankrupt. Almost, I'm not going to say all of them, but most of them. I'll give you a good idea everybody's heard about. Spirit Airlines. They entered into a Chapter 11. They weren't allowed to sell to Frontier or JetBlue because of the government, and eventually they converted into a Chapter 11. Now the planes are up for sale, the assets are up for sale, and everything else. If we can get Jeff Brynan on, this will be great. He can look up the case, and we can actually see if Denver Spring and Suspension, and if this is correct information, and we are going to verify it, this is even crazier. It's even crazier why anybody would bring their vehicle there.
Oh, I see.
Most likely you're not going to have a warranty, because we'll ask Jeff, what are the chances of a company coming out of Chapter 11 these days? And how did they get in there? I'll tell you how they got in there. When I sold my last Goodyear, listen to this, guys. I sold it to a guy named Greg. He's not with us anymore. He passed away. Okay? That store was a cash cow. It was all national accounts. You guys can understand this. Everything I did through there was like Pitney Bowes, Terminex, Comcast, State Patrol, and then GSA, which is federal government. Everything was so easy. It was the easiest. Don't you love selling to national accounts? The driver doesn't care.
Nope.
They come in. If it needs brakes, you call up, you get the authorization. That's it. It's not like dealing with walk-in customers.
Very straightforward.
I mean, you guys get this. It's a municipality. It's a federal government, state government. It's very easy. I sold him this business along with the building and other stuff. And he was set, man. He was set up to cash flow just like I was. He went bankrupt on the Goodyear side within a year. Why? Well, turns out he was a big-time drinker, which I'm sure bottom line was a problem, but he wasn't doing the paperwork to get paid. What you have to put in the PO, you have to send it off, you have to do everything in order to get paid by all these people, because it's not like the driver hands you a credit card. Yep. It's not how it works in a Goodyear store. It goes through Goodyear, and then basically they're writing you a check. So he went bankrupt because he simply didn't know how to collect money, but he never owned a business before. And he spent over $400,000 or $500,000 out of his 401k to buy it from me. The whole business and building costs a lot more than that, but he actually dipped in to his life savings, his 401k. It was a very sad story. When I sold my last computer store, you know how long it took for that guy to go bankrupt? 1 year. Why? Never ran a business before. Scared away the customers, but more importantly, scared away my best employee that fixed everything and was great with customers. Within a month of buying it from me, he took away the guy's health insurance. So you know what the guy did? He split. And I'm still friends with that guy today. And they went out of business within a year.
Wow.
Within a year. In fact, they ended up actually filing bankruptcy. Now, the reason I bring this up is we had information that Denver Spring and Suspension sold about 2 years ago. This makes perfect sense now. How could a company that was around for a long time, all of a sudden blow it? Once again, my humble opinion, because the new owners are morons. Edwards, you're up after this. I guarantee if either of you sold now, most people that have never owned an automotive shop would have it run into the ground within a year or two. If you sold it to like your best technician or your best builder.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be a conflict. I already know.
What?
It's in his office.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Never mind.
Tell him.
It's in your office.
Tell him I feel for him. I'm talking about him big time right now. I will not bring up.
I saw who filed it. I looked at his attorneys. It's one of his attorneys, so I know.
Wow.
Okay, get Mike Wink on if we can.
Okay.
General info. So you looked, that sucks.
Yeah, I saw who the filing was filed by, and that person's name is on his website.
I get it. Did he answer you?
No, I told him never mind.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to tell you about a great company. During the show, unfortunately, sometimes we talk about horrible companies, but Genesis Total Exteriors, in fact, Mark is going to be in Monday, so you got to stay tuned for that. But these guys come out after hail damage. Not only do they check the roof, but they're going to check the siding, the windows, the decks, the fences, anything that could be affected by hail or a storm. They're going to make sure you get paid for through your insurance. That's why I love Genesis. And window claims are huge. See if a State Farm guy goes around and goes, oh, by the way, you need a new roof, but look at these windows. You also need windows. Never happens. You need someone you can trust. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Vestera Properties, Barry Miller. He's going to find the right property somewhere in the country, an area that's up and coming. Maybe a big company's moving into town like Microsoft or Tesla. They know everything's going to appreciate. You buy the house. They find a management company they trust. You rent it out for 2-3 years so you cash flow. Then you sell it, and a lot of people buy multiple ones at that point. Check it out at Vestera Turnkey, VesteraTurnkey.com. That sucks.
Well, at least he has a good attorney.
That sucks. In fact, I'm not, because we're on YouTube, I'm not going to go down there right now.
No.
I haven't had a lunch with somebody I always have lunch with for a while. He saved me. So Jeff, in my reorg, saved me almost $3 million. Yep.
Really?
Close to $3 million. I probably paid Kuttner, Miller, Bryan, my Chapter 11 probably was about $350,000. Cost me $350,000, and I got lucky. A lot of people have to hire an accountant because you have to give monthly reports to the trustee. And when I say monthly reports, they are tracking every single nickel in and out. Every nickel. It's got to match the bank. It's like a full reconciliation every single month in a 10-page report. Typically, that would have cost $5,000-6,000 a month, but Suzanne did that.
Wow, Suze.
Yeah, that was a lot of work.
Oh, it was like
I cried. It was
crazy.
like that time of the month. I cried. That's what I called it. That time of the month, having to file those fucking reports.
Yeah, and you file them with the court. It's
I was
crazy.
in tears every month. Ugh.
Speaking of lunch, did we want to get lunch today?
Sure. What do you guys want to use?
Yeah.
Or you want to try something different?
Filet mignon,
Filet.
Filet mignon.
little port.
Yes. Chase it with a little pork.
But you want pizza, Jeff?
What everybody wants. Just whatever. I'm easy.
Great. Are we good with the one we've been using, y'all?
The Jersey.
Bubba?
It's not Bubba's. Is it?
Wait,
That's
Pudge.
Tom's place. What? Pudge. Oh, yes, Pudge Brothers. That's
What'd you find? Well, it'll work for a little bit. I have no doubt. I'll let you know if it falls. Yeah. I'll yell if it falls. I'll go, Noah!
I wonder if Noah can fix the time on this someday.
Hey, we're going to have a wonderful slice of pizza for you. Tell him
If
to
he
come up
fixes
when the pizza comes. We'll
Yes.
buy him lunch here. Thanks, Jeff. In fact, just tell everybody in the building.
Right. Get the sales crew in here.
Get 17 large.
We'll have our own sales meeting.
I'm starting to do it. Tom doesn't keep that up. I'm driving.
Yes, you are.
I almost was going to yell at Tom to turn down the damn speaker.
One of my guys did that to me. I was out picking up parts, and I told him, I'll grab lunch today. Call in, tell me where, and I'll grab it. And they called Cameron Loco. It's a Mexican place down on Federal. And I went in there. It was $247.
Oh, my God. Who'd you buy for? Your neighbors?
Exactly. I got there. There's like 15 people waiting for lunch, and I didn't know half of them. It's like that.
Who did he
They
invite?
invited their family.
Did they invite the competition across the
Yeah,
street?
no, they did. The neighbors were there. Everybody was there.
Wow.
It's like, you guys, what the?
Yeah, what the
I had
hell's
some
going on?
choice words I don't want to say, but yeah.
I can't believe he's on that case. Well, of course I can.
Yeah, he's a good lawyer.
Of course I can. See, here's the problem. Well, no, because it's not a refund at this point. Oh, she's screwed. We got to get someone on to talk about it. I don't know what advice to give her if she should pay.
I texted Mike Wink. Let's see if
What's the vehicle worth?
But it's a
What
tow
is-
truck.
Yeah, but still, it's
Let me ask her. I'll email her.
2020 F550 low miles.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know what that. It's got to be worth 50.
Hey, Mark, I got a great idea. Why don't we have Giselle go in and pay for the storage fees with a credit card? And
They
then she
won't
can
take a credit
dispute-
card.
They won't take. Yeah, they're
I
not going
guarantee
to.
you.
She
She
was
can
on her way to
dispute it.
pay for it when I was listening to the show. She was on her way to pay for it. I said,
How
no,
come-
don't go pay for it yet.
How come she can't
Did you tell her
dispute it?
we're going to get her real info?
Yeah.
She can go to the trustee. You know, Giselle, do not go pay for that. Unfortunately, I cannot get on who I wanted to talk about that. And if you can read between the lines, you might understand.
But
But we are working on getting another attorney. But let me tell you, if everything we're looking at is correct, and I'm pretty sure it is, they did file Chapter 11 with the court. So if she goes and pays that money, that becomes an issue right now of her ever getting that back. Even if she took him to court and got a judgment, the trustee's going to be involved. There's going to be a lot of moving parts to this. So we're gonna stay on this. But I got to warn you again, Denver Spring and suspension. Wow, holding her hostage for $6,000, in my opinion. It's kind of a nutty thing to do. But now I'm starting to understand. It sounds like they're a little desperate.
Yeah, they need the cash
for cash or something.
Yep.
Pretty crazy stuff. But we're going to dive into it. We're going to get the right attorney on to talk about it. But Right now, 303-713-8255. We got some lines open. Edward, what is your question?
It's not really a question, but it's more or less kind of like a unique experience that happened to me yesterday.
Uh-oh.
So get this. I was driving to go pick up some pet food, and I see a gentleman that was disabled, kind of struggling to get across the street. So I rolled down my window and I asked him, like, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? And then he's like, I just need to use your phone so I can call my mother. I was like, okay, no problem. I can help you with that. So he told me his phone number. I put it in for him, and then I put it on speaker. And he's calling his mom, and his mom answers, and immediately just kind of starts like a little conversation. And then he starts asking for like a Chime account card that he got.
A what account?
Chime.
A Chime account.
Oh, okay.
Card.
Okay.
And he supposedly said that he had $50,000 in his bank account, and he was only allowed to take out 10% at a time.
And this is a homeless guy.
Correct.
Okay.
Wow.
Keep going. I mean, this is fascinating.
And so, like, he's just talking to his mother about it, and asking her, like, you know, he's not allowed around her house anymore.
Got it.
Or something like that. But
and you're listening to the conversation on speakerphone. Did he actually want you to dial it on speakerphone? Did he kind of set that stage? I bet he did.
No, negative. Actually, I put it on speakerphone for him, and I just held my phone. But I was kind of like, so I just like held it there. But
so you're getting drawn in. Hold on, we got this break, Edward. Please hang on. I have to figure out what happened here. I mean, this is a new one that I haven't heard. This could help a lot of people out. So please hang during this break. I just have no choice. It's the top of the hour. You know, this reminded me of this bag lady in Castle Rock, and she's still out there scamming people till this day. And I'll bring that up. But Edward, I want to hear what happens. $50,000 in the bank, Chime account, can't go home to mom. God, I hope you didn't give him any money. We're going to find out about that and a lot more. We got lines open, 303 Martino, 303-713-8255. God, where is that going? I figured the whole scam is he's like, oh, just put it on speaker so you can overhear the conversation with his accomplice. And where do you think it goes, though? Where the fuck is it going to go? Do you think this guy, like, what's the scam and did this guy get taken? I'm fucking dying to know.
I think Edward got taken advantage of somehow.
Somehow he got money involved from Edward because he could cover it with his $50,000 once he could get to the bank on Tuesday or something.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wait till I tell you. I'll have Suzanne tell the story, but the bag lady of Castle Rock.
Bag lady.
It is fucking fascinating, and she's been doing it for years and years.
She's so famous, they made a Facebook page out of her.
Literally, you can track. They'll
her.
track what corner she's
at.
at.
King Supers on Ridge Road right now, you know.
So
like,
you can stay away from her?
Yes, she is.
You guys want
the scam is absolutely unbelievable.
Kevin, I'll take the water if you're going to.
She has probably made 40, 50 grand a year doing her scam.
Mark, is she still doing it?
Yes, I believe she is still doing it till, I know she was last summer. I assume she is this
crazy.
summer.
Is she out there during the winter months?
I don't think that often. Usually not. The bag lady of Castle Rock.
Bag.
We had someone call in about it like probably 3 years ago. And I happened to know about it because one of my friends got duped by her. Got duped big time by her.
Big time, huh?
So
more than $100.
This is so funny. If you just Google,
it comes up.
Bag lady of Castle Rock, it comes up.
It fills it in. I got to the bag lady and it filled in the rest.
Yep, you can see what it says right there, and I'll tell you my friend's exact story. It's unbelievable. The bag lady of Castle Rock. So my friend Dave got totally fucking rolled by the bag lady. And dude, if you find her Facebook, she's an old lady.
Is she?
She is an old lady. I wouldn't be shocked if she lived in a nice house in the meadows.
Yeah. Well, that lady, a couple years ago that was out on the streets begging, then somebody followed her over to her Escalade and she drove home.
That would be the bag lady, although I think she's got an old man accomplished.
Yeah, it says it's also a distraction technique for other thefts.
Really?
I know you're kind of reading about it there. When I tell you literally what she does, it is so fucked up. It is so fucked up, and it literally happened to someone I know. In fact, I'll ask Suzanne if we can get Dave on to talk about it.
Scammer.
Because the story, when he first told me about it, they've been family friends forever. All of our kids are friends and shit. So we're at their house. We're all drinking. It was like 4th of July or something a few years ago. And one of the kids brings it up. Dave doesn't even want to talk about it because he's so embarrassed. By the time it was done, I am laughing so hard. I couldn't believe it was a true story. And then, sure enough, they showed me all these people. And then about 6 months later, someone called into the show going, I just got taken by this old lady in Castle Rock.
Well, and it says she also jumps around into Littleton, Centennial, and Broomfield.
Me and them, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you see?
Run to get water while I'm busy for
Tell Dave we won't use his last name, but Dave Richards. Ask him.
So everybody on YouTube knows.
Exactly. Ask him if he would be gracious to come on about the bag lady of
I'll
Castle Rock.
text him and ask him.
God, I've never laughed so fucking hard.
Does she extort cash or just get...
I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, it's cash. And extortion. It's so fucked up.
Surprised $1 here, $5 there would total up to 30, 40 grand a year.
Oh, my God. It is not, first of all, $3 to $5 here or there. No.
Okay.
It's a squeeze, boy. She's making more hourly than anybody.
More than a streetwalker.
In fact, you would fall for it.
Is she cute?
You would fall for it.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, no.
No.
Oh, God, no. She's an old lady.
Okay, she's not like showing. She's not
let's
showing
clarify.
a little. Yeah.
Old ladies can be cute.
Not
This
her.
old lady is not cute.
She's pretty angry looking.
Did you find a picture?
Let's see.
Yep, that's her.
Yeah, she's not homeless. She stays at a hotel. She'll go up to people and ask for a ride.
Don't say it out there. Don't say it out there.
I love what she does to make you give her money, though.
It is. Did I tell you you would do it? And if you don't, she goes through it.
Did she show you something?
That's the part. That's where you realize, oh fuck, you're stuck. You're stuck like Chuck.
You know where the easiest place to do that would be, though? That would, because you always see them on the side of the road going up to the ski resorts doing backcountry skiing.
Yep.
They'll pick you up all day long.
I'll tell you what I told Dave I would have done. I would have drove to the police station. Literally drove there, but I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Seems like the police can't do anything about it.
Well, no, they can't because you invited her in the car.
Oh, it's an little invite.
Yeah. I just leave her in there. I just go do my thing.
No, Tesla motherfucker.
Yeah, not in your nice truck.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. Don't say it.
All right.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's funny.
Police even have video of her.
Oh, she's all over, dude. Her Facebook page. People will literally be like, "The bag lady's out at the outlet malls today. Beware."
Jeff's right. She's in Broomfield too.
See, I never heard that. Boy, she does. She's got a full damn. She's got a. It's amazing though. She's literally, if you Google it, her whole thing comes up.
She's migrated.
I'm sorry, I look at her. Why would you let her in the car?
I have no idea. No idea.
It's like, I'll call you.
Well, Mark says we would all do it, Jeff.
You would. You would.
Jeff
if
would
you
do
did
it.
If you did it, it would cost you more.
No,
I don't think Kevin would. He's
in the car to begin with.
Well, of course, I wouldn't either. Well, I wouldn't now.
Chopper would let her in the car.
Oh, that's great.
If I saw you on the side of the road.
I wonder if he'll be too embarrassed to come on.
I texted him.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, he's not the only one that's been duped.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, she fucking banks. The bag lady of Castle Rock. It almost sounds like a fake story.
Yeah.
We've seen her numerous times.
A fake story.
He got hit at that huge liquor store, Bubbles. No, is it Bubbles? Yeah, it is Bubbles.
Your friend got hit at a Bubbles liquor store?
Yeah, so Bubbles is huge, and it's right next to 2 hotels.
Okay.
Yeah, it's every bit as big as like a Betty's or.
How did he
Yeah,
get? Did
it's
he
huge.
get? Did he get taken?
She
advantage of?
said the tow truck, pardon me, she said the tow truck is worth about 45 grand.
45.
I thought they cost more than that.
Well, they do new, but
Yeah.
I mean, you start going 6 years.
Solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
You're up with Mark.
All right, 303-713-8255. If you don't catch us on YouTube, you're absolutely crazy. Here's what we do, by the way. Welcome to the show. We solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. We warn people. We go after the bad guys. We help people recoup money like we're attempting to do. We're helping a lady try to recoup her $45,000, $50,000 tow truck right now. But I'm not going to dive back into that. 303-713-8255. You need any help, a bad landlord. We got Edward on I'm going to go to in just a second because I have to tell you about Water Pros. You know what I got to tell you about them? They have the best water systems for roughly half the price of the competition. Suzanne and I bought one of his softeners, whole house softener, probably 2 years ago. Very low maintenance. You add salt maybe every 6 months. Other than that, it's absolutely no maintenance, flawless, never a problem with it. Half the price of the competition. And I mean that. Go to waterpros.net. We love Paul the Waterman. Waterpros.net. Now, Edward, crazy story. So Edward sees someone that looks like they need help. He pulls over. He asks them if they need help. He says, "Can I borrow your phone to call my mother?" And Edward says, "Sure." Dials the mother's number. It's on speakerphone. And the guy's talking to his mother. He's not allowed back in the house. How old was this guy, roughly, Edward? Did he come off like maybe like a drug addict? Or, I mean, why do you think... I mean, the whole thing is a scam, I bet. But what kind of picture was he trying to paint?
I think most likely just a little sympathy, to be honest. And I say his age is anywhere between late 20s to maybe early 30s.
I got you. He's a young scammer. So he's either pretending or actually talking to his mother and saying, "Hey, where's my, what was that card called? It's a prepaid card.
Chime.
Yeah, where's my $50,000 card, blah, blah, blah." So keep going with your story. So I wanted to set the stage. You're talking to him on speakerphone. He's talking to his mom. They're talking about $50,000 he can't get access to. Then what?
Then basically he's talking to her about just, did it come in the mail? I said it got 2 in the mail, and she's like, "Well, let me go check the mail." And it sounded like they were going through some like mail sounds or whatever, like shifting through a bunch of letters or whatever. And then he's like, he's like, "Well, can I meet you somewhere?" And she's like, "Well, I don't know." And he's like, "Well, I'm on the corner of this street and this street across from this business." And she's like, "Well, I guess I'll get my things." The odd thing is she sounded really young, like not
like his girlfriend, not his mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Or his accomplice.
Yeah, it's just like my gut told me that something is really odd with this situation. Something's really odd.
So
what happened? Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but that's, I mean.
So what'd you do? You kicked him to the curb?
Like
so you basically left, right?
Yeah, he set up a meeting. And
they were trying.
I just couldn't stop thinking about it.
There was no doubt they were trying to. You didn't allow them the time to get to the end of the scam, and I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I assure you of this: it was you losing money. I mean, no matter what, I'm sure it wasn't going to be 50 grand, but it probably came down to, "Can you get us a hotel room or something? I'll get this card from my mom soon, or can you give me $100?" It was something along those lines. I mean, your intuition was spot on. What a crazy story. You know what that reminds me of? And this one, Edward, is going on right now in Castle Rock. The bag lady of Castle Rock. It is the craziest thing, and it has been going on for years and years. In fact, someone made a Facebook page about her, and people will go on there and tell other people where she is. She's by the outlet mall. She's by Bubbles Liquor Store. She's by the hotel. It is the craziest scam. And I think the woman probably makes $30,000 to $50,000 a year. And I told these guys, I didn't tell Kevin. Jeff kind of looked it up. If you even Google the bag lady of Castle Rock, she comes up.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. And she's still doing it till this day.
Well, once you tell everybody what's going on, because part of the story almost sounded like they were going to employ a similar tactic at one point.
I think they could.
In two different locations.
Edward, this is the other ending that could have happened, because I'm telling you, this woman does it right now, and she's been doing it for years, and she makes a fortune. A friend of mine, Dave, I'm not going to use his last name because he doesn't find this story nearly as funny as I do. I asked Suzanne to text him.
I haven't heard back, Mark.
He's probably like, hell no, I'm not coming on the air and saying what happened to me. So listen how crazy this is, guys, in Edward. So my friend Dave is coming out of Bubbles Liquor Store, bought a couple bottles of wine, whatever. The bag lady of Castle Rock is right there in front of a hotel. If you know where Bubbles is, there's a couple of hotels there. I don't know what they're called. So she's kind of like in the front parking lot in the cul-de-sac where the different businesses intersect. And she's like, he's walking to his car by there. Oh, young man, can you please help me out? I just need a ride over to my husband or something like that by the outlet malls. So Dave's like, oh, man. And she's sitting there. She's got like 2 suitcases. She's not like shopping cart weird looking. She looks like an old lady down on her luck, but not homeless, with a couple suitcases in front of a hotel. So there's your picture. He's like, oh, okay. Dave's a good guy. He's going to do it. So she gets in the car. He starts driving her across the street to the outlet malls. She goes, I really could use some money. Do you have like $5 or $10 or something? And Dave's like, geez, here we go.
Right.
And he's a good guy, so he gives her $10. Gives her $10. They get across. Now they're over by the outlet malls, and she goes, I'm going to need more money than that. And he's like, no, I'm not giving you any more money. I'm not giving you another dime. Where do you want me to let you out? She goes, you're going to have to go to the ATM if you don't have 100 and get me $100. Because if you don't, I'm going to pee in your car. And she will pee in your car.
Really?
So at first he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And she's like, well, I'm not going to get out there, Sonny. I'm going to stay right in your car until you give me $100. And you can't forcibly remove me. So until I get $100, I'm not getting out. And if you don't get out, or if you bring me somewhere else, like to the police station, I'm going to pee in your car. So what do? What do you possibly do? Edward, you might have been up against that. So Dave ended up giving her $110 total to get the woman out of his car. At least he was smart and got out with the 100 and made her kind of get out before giving it to her. Yep. I mean, tell me that is not the craziest thing, and it is literally going on right now in Castle Rock, and it's been going on for years and years and years. In fact, I'm going to put the word out right now. If you've been hit, because I'd love for my friend to come on. This happened to him 3-4 years ago, so I know I don't have the story perfect, but I have the details pretty good. She threatened to pee in his car, she wouldn't get out, and she shook him down for $110. All of that is true, but if you have been affected by this wacko in Castle Rock, I would love to hear from you. It's Friday, and we love doing crazy stuff on Friday. But look, I got to take this break. Any car questions you have, and of course you've been ripped off or taken advantage of, we want to hear from you. Open lines 303. You can clear those two. 303 Martino. 303 Martino. We'll be right back. The bag lady.
It's 80112.
Evil bag. I'm gonna pee.
Certainly.
Probably would pee.
It's amazing how much pops up on Google when you're bag lady.
Oh, good. No spots.
Jeff, zip code?
Oh, wait.
80112.
John Fuller, Fuller Law. You know what? Suzanne and I used John Fuller, attorney at law, twice. Once when we got hit in the side, destroyed our entire car, totaled it. We got maximum results. Every penny the at-fault driver had, we got. Simple as that. He couldn't have done a better job. Then our daughter got rear-ended on I-25, same exact outcome. And what I loved is you get John's cell phone number. I mean, he's there for the entirety of the case. When you have questions, you call up, you talk to the attorney. You're not trying to track down the attorney like on these huge firms. You'll be lucky to ever talk to him. You want to deal with John Fuller. You're going to love him. Go to callfuller.com. Simple as that. Callfuller.com. Now let's talk about Fix It 24/7. You know what? Hannah was in studio yesterday. They've extended the special. Listen to this. $39 each. $39 to come out and deep clean your air conditioner, which is a great thing to have done. $39. That's it. They spent about 2 hours doing it. They want to introduce what a great company they are. So in the future, if you need electrical problems, or if you have electrical problems, furnace problems, AC problems, plumbing problems, you know who to call. And the other one they have, listen to this, they're going to come out and do the same thing to your water heater. Drain it, get rid of all that sediment, fill it back up, make sure it's up to snuff, slap a no breakdown guarantee on it. You're going to love this company. Go to fixmyhome.com, but take advantage of it now. Fixmyhome.com. Oh, you're switching that out?
I have a whole new piece.
Oh, no.
It's not.
Here, you can have these too.
There you go, Mark. You finally got to get a piece.
Those can go in your parking lot.
And it's chrome plated.
It's chrome plated.
Yeah.
Something you can show off on your OnlyFans account.
All right.
We're going to figure out a time where you can come by the shop sometime or something. It's been months I've been promised.
I'd like to call you. Can I call you next week and come over?
Yeah.
I've been busy.
I'll go ask Zach for you. Oh, gosh.
My sister
almost
out,
attacked
my kids are home from college. But
you said you wanted to come by the shop now.
Yeah, well, I want to see the transmission all apart.
But yeah, I mean, because I was talking to D yesterday. He said he wasn't going to be there. So who is? Both. I said, perfect. I've been trying to get him
and
some
I
meat
texted
sticks.
you too.
Well, that's long after I've left the house.
Oh.
Yeah, I leave the house a little after 6 in the morning.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Where do you live?
Over by Southwest Plaza.
Oh.
And 855.
Oh, you went to the shop first before you came into here.
855-346.
Oh, la, la.
Speaking of liquor stores, you
Mark, with Finlaw Group.
Tipsies?
With Finlaw Group, do you just want their website up or do you want their phone number up too?
Oh, is Tipsy still around, Joe?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
That was like the biggest
Yeah,
liquor
that's
store.
up off of
Not really. It's an 855-346.
Southwest Plaza. I've never been there. It's supposed to be the biggest liquor store in the state of Colorado.
346.
Yeah, you get better deals over at Total Wine now.
6529.
That's where I go get my port for Sue's.
Plus, I can get cigars over at Total Wine down there.
I like Total Wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
Yeah. Well, I went to Salt Lake City for the first time a couple months ago, and I found a blackberry cider I really liked.
And they had it.
And they had it. It's called Black Widow Original.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
Black
what's
Widow's
cool is
good.
if you do find stuff that they don't have, most of the time they'll order it in for you.
Yeah.
What is that, blackberry beer? Cider?
The cider, yeah. And they use New York apples. The company's built.
Really?
Hey,
What's it
Zach,
called?
how much time do we have?
What's it called, Noah?
Just
Original Sin.
Oh, you can't. hear me.
Original Sin.
Whatever.
Blackberry cider. And then they have a pineapple
346.
one, too.
I love pineapple ciders. They
I went
are.
to Hawaii for my honeymoon last year, and I was like, now I'm like, I drink like pineapple juice and.
Yeah. Have you been to the cider house in Idaho Springs yet?
No.
They have a nine flight.
Not Lefty Lucy.
They have a 9-flight cider. It's 9 of them,
And there's 6 ounces.
and they
or
go
8
from
ounces.
sweet to dry.
It's like $45, but it's 9
That's not
times
bad.
81 ounces of cider.
That'll get you there.
I'm taking Sherry to.
You're splitting
Okay, you have Finlaw Group on
And some of
Mark.
them can be 10%.
Oh, yeah. They're pretty stout.
346-6529.
This is still meant to be like that. Just move a little bit.
Okay. Thank you
This
so
one's
much,
not-
Noah.
This one's toasted.
Pizza's on
This
its
one-
way,
that's
so.
Let's throw it away so we're not using it all
This
the
one,
time.
These are hollowed out from just it being loose and moving.
Yeah.
So.
Noah, how do we let you know when the
March uses
pizza's here?
so much it's hollowed out.
I'm a fat guy. I'll find it. No,
You are a trip. Okay, well, it'll be here in about an hour, 45 minutes.
What do you do on the third floor? There's nobody
This is where
down.
my office is.
Are you the facilities manager here?
No, I'm a regional engineer, so
Oh,
I normally
engineer.
cover Fort Collins, but I'm based out of Denver, and I live right on the other side of the highway. So
Okay, here's Denver Springs'
Nice to meet
biggest competitor or creditors. I got all their BK info.
Where'd you get it from?
D.
Right, Kevin. I've never seen it before in my
Now he's got to
life.
get out more,
Yeah, the third floor is a dungeon.
That's why they call him Wispy.
Woof.
She just disappears.
I wonder who some of these people are. I wonder what their
There,
total.
yeah, he'll be gone the rest of the day. He did his little repair. He'll be gone. He'll probably take Monday off after fixing that mic.
Play with the bull.
He's one of those employees.
Get the
I'm not quite
horns.
sure what he does.
Right.
We're going to read off all their people that are owed money.
Ooh, are we allowed to do that?
Of course. Why can't? It's all public information.
Okay, you found it.
Where's their
I'm not a
debt?
creditor. If I was a creditor and trying to collect money, that's a no-no. You know, Suzanne found some really interesting stuff. In fact, Deputy Dimitri sent it over. We're going to go through all the people. Listen to this, only on this show. You know what? You don't want to let this poor lady have her tow truck back. I love bankruptcy as a topic in general. And we're going to go right to the phones because we got something else I got to do first. But listen, I want you guys to hold on. Denver Spring in suspension. We got a list of their creditors.
Yeah,
Are they listed? Is there a lot of them?
there's several. Yeah.
We're going to talk about how much money they owe. So while they're trying to go through and reorganize their company, we're going to go through their credit because they're holding this lady. In my opinion, this is an opinion. They're holding her truck hostage for $6,000, which, in my opinion,
I think
once
it's more
again,
than that.
is probably more
I
than
think
that.
it's closer to 10, but I could be wrong.
But it's very unreasonable to me. It's extremely unreasonable. Now, am I a judge? Of course not. This is my humble opinion. And thank God I can have an opinion. And thank God, bankruptcy is public knowledge and I can read it off anytime I want. Isn't that nice? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that about this country. I wonder if you could do that in Russia. Probably not.
Mark, did you know we had one of our great referral list members on?
Who's on?
Mr. Mike Finn
Mike
from Finn Law Group.
Hey, Mike, how are you doing today, man?
Tom, great to hear your voice. I don't know.
Mike, hold on. I'm going to correct you to begin with. It's Mark today.
Okay, Mark, I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry at all. I haven't talked to you for probably within the last 5 or 6 months. But Ellen is trying to get out of a timeshare, and I knew there's one person to call. That's Mike Finn. He's with the Finn Law Group. And for everybody out there listening, they've been on our referral list for, God, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, maybe even longer. But what I love about them, they're not like these exit teams. These guys are attorneys. They know what they're doing. They will literally give you the advice you need to get out of a timeshare. In fact, Mike is so honest. If there's not much he can do for you, he's going to tell you. He's going to tell you if the value's there. And they're just great, honest people. And they know all the timeshare people out there. I don't care if it's Hilton. What's the biggest timeshare companies out there, Mike? Read off a couple of them that most likely people got involved with.
Wyndham, Marriott, Hilton, are probably
the top
three of the biggest ones.
Wow. And they're everywhere. I mean, they could be in Las Vegas, Mexico. It's not like, I mean, they literally could be anywhere, right? The properties.
That's exactly right.
So think about that. You sign up for a timeshare in Mexico. How do you get out of it? Well, this is what Mike's here for. And this is what the Finn Law Group, by the way, it's finnlawgroup.com, FINN, has done forever. That's what they specialize in. They're attorneys that specialize in helping you get out of these rip-off timeshares. Unlike, and then I'm going to go to the caller, unlike the guy that drives me crazy on Sirius Radio. I listen to Fox News a lot on Sirius, and this one guy comes on all the time who used to sell timeshares. What's that guy's name? I can't think of it. Usually I can. Chuck McDowell or something like that. I'm Chuck McDowell, and I used to sell timeshares. I sold timeshares to people like you for years and years. Then I finally realized years later I shouldn't be selling timeshares. So now I'll help you get out of your timeshare. This guy's got you on both ends. To me, that is the worst advertising campaign. When I hear it, the first thing I think of is, my God, he ripped all these people off once. And now he's doing it again. I don't think he's an attorney. Anyhow, that's got nothing to do with Mike Finn. Ellen, what kind of timeshare do you have, and what questions do you have for Mike? And I'm going to let him basically talk back and forth with you.
Okay. Mike, I have a timeshare in Grand Timber Lodge up in Breckenridge in Colorado, and I purchased it in 2011, and I can no longer use it. I originally purchased it to share with my 98-year-old mother, who is no longer able to travel. And so I have not used it in the past couple of years. I have tried to give it back to them. They refuse to take it back. The dues are $2,000 a year. And they rented to me. They rented for me, and they collect $1,750 for the rent, and they take a third of that. So I pay an enormous amount of money.
And you don't even use it, right, Ellen?
And I don't use it. I can't use it anymore.
Hey, Ellen, I'm just curious, and then I'll let Mike dive into it. But were you ever hit with a special assessment, like where you had to come out of pocket thousands of dollars beyond your yearly?
No, I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, I'll let Mike explain that too. But let's hear what Mike's got to say about it.
Okay.
So the issue is, who are we dealing with? We're probably dealing with the Property Owners Association. The developer who sold it back in 2011 is long out of the picture. They've got their money and they're done. So the Homeowners Association are the people that collect the dues and do the rentals. They're never going to let you go as long as you keep paying them. What I'm going to recommend is an attorney-assisted default strategy, where we tell them that they're not going to get any more money, and we tell them when they're ready to take it back and let somebody else pick up the mantle. We're more than willing to deed it back, but in the meantime, no money for them.
And that's what's going to get their attention and basically make them come to the table, Mike?
It forces them to the table. It's the only thing I know that forces them to the table.
Wow.
Yeah, why would they come to the table if this lady's paying and they're renting it out? They're plus.
Exactly.
So Ellen, I would call Mike up, or we'll give you the number to call and talk to him. But I love that. It's going to be worth every dime you spend with them to get out of it, because you're not going to be paying anymore.
I believe that's true.
Because I'm upset. I worry about my credit score if I stop paying them. I thought about doing that.
Well, hold on. Mike, what do you have to say about that aspect?
Ellen, it shouldn't be a problem. You're not dealing with a developer. You're dealing with a homeowners association. Very typically, 98% of the time, they do not report to a credit reporting agency. Your credit should not be impacted whatsoever.
Okay, so Mike, if I called you, you would contact them and help me?
Oh, yeah.
They do. Okay. Ellen, that's all they do. I mean, they do this and they know it. They'll do some research on the timberline or whatever it was. What was it, Grand Timber Lodge, and they're going to figure out who they're dealing with. They're going to do everything. That's what they do.
We've dealt with them before.
Oh.
They'll get a certified letter from us. The letter will tell them not to contact you, to strictly contact us, and we take it from there. And we stonewall them, essentially, until they're ready, until they figure out the only way they're ever going to make this profit for them again is to get somebody else in there.
So you have dealt with Grand Timber before, Mike?
Yes, we have.
Oh, okay. Ellen, this is perfect. This is who you want on it.
We've dealt with just about everybody.
And you deal, it doesn't matter where they bought it, right, Mike? Ellen, I'm going to put you on hold. Keep listening because I'm going to give out the number. In fact, if she has any more questions, ask her. But, Mike, tell me if my information's correct. It doesn't matter where you bought the timeshare. The Finn Law Group can help. I mean, period, right?
I think that's a true statement.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you bought one in Iran right now. They might be hesitant in going over there.
I would hesitate to take one in Iran, but I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Yeah, so pretty much it doesn't matter if you got hoodwinked in Hawaii, Mexico, Vegas. Those are the places, Breckenridge. Probably all these ski towns do that stuff too, don't they, Mike?
Absolutely. That's where people want to be in the winter.
What is the worst one you deal with? Like, who makes your life a little more miserable? I know eventually you always get it done, but is it Hilton? Who is it?
Well, I don't want to say, but you just said it.
Okay. I'll tell you. So I have I'm like top tier with Hilton. So we get all these benefits because we stay at a lot of nice hotels. Now, I'm not talking the crappy Hiltons like Waldorf and stuff. And because of the points, we get a lot of these for great things. So we're way up there with Hilton. But I have to tell you something, Mike. They constantly send me free offers. Oh, we'll put you up at the Waldorf in Florida was the last one. We're not talking a cheap hotel. We'll put you up at the hotel we know you like going to for 4 or 5 days. I mean, that's like 1,000,000 points sometimes, and we'll do it for free. But you got to listen to us for about 5 hours or whatever the pitch is. Every time I go to a nice hotel because I'm in their system, they try to do that, and it drives me crazy, man. But I guess that's how it works, huh? That's how they make a dime.
That's where the money is made.
It is where the money's made. Hey, Mike Finn Law Group, anybody out there? And Mike, last question for you. People can call up the law firm for a free consultation, right? They'll talk to someone. Absolutely. You'll give them real advice.
Absolutely, Mark.
I love it, man. Mike Finn, I appreciate
Mark, I've sent several listeners to Mike Finn, and they've been very happy with the results getting out of the time.
I have never had, they've been on referral list for a long time, never one complaint. I'm going to tell you, in contrast to Timeshare Exit Team back in the day, I think they went out of business. I'm not sure. Actually, let me ask Mike. Mike, do you know if Timeshare Exit Team went out of business?
They did.
I thought so. Thank you again, Mike. And I'm going to give your info out to everybody here in a second. But Timeshare Exit Team, we actually did some commercials for them probably 10, 15 years ago. Here's what's the biggest catch. This was the craziest thing. If they couldn't get you out of the timeshare, they wouldn't charge you a penny. Here's the problem with their contract, and this is why they're out of business. In my opinion, they were thieves. Here's what they would say. In fact, this kind of reminds me of another company we've been talking about today, but I'm not going to go there right now. Listen to this. In the fine print, if they bring you an offer to get out of your timeshare, they have done their due diligence. Therefore, you owed your $2,000 or whatever it was. I forget what it was. The problem was it could be any offer. The offer could be, okay, we can get you out and you'll never have to deal with this timeshare, but it's $500,000 or it's $1 million. So it got to an absurdity, the offers, so they would always get paid. It was a bunch of BS. That's the bottom line. Now, if you want to deal with the right people, the Finn Law Group, the people we trust, the attorneys, that'll give you the straight skinny, or if you just got a question for them, call them up at 855-346-6529. 855-346-6529. Now I got to say it again. 855-346-6529. Or you can find them on referralist.com or finnlawgroup.com. FINN, finnlawgroup.com. We're going to take a quick break. Make sure Ellen has that info. 303 Martino. He sounded a little rough.
He did. I was a little worried about him.
He's got like 3-4 partners. He was the founder. And the transition has basically already happened, but I like having him on the air because he's pretty good. It's Mike Finn. I mean, it's a Finn Law.
Yeah.
But that's the first time. Maybe we just got him on a bad day. He's sounding a little
Yeah, maybe he just got done exercising. I know he's a big exerciser, huge exerciser. He's like, don't call me between this time and this time. It's my exercise time. Okay, here's some more.
All right, my friends, I want to tell you about a company I absolutely love. That's Gravina's, and I'll tell you why I love them. They deal with 20 different manufacturers of windows. That's over 50 different lines. They also have the most beautiful siding and entry doors and sliding doors. We actually bought the most beautiful sliding door for our house from Nick, probably, I don't know, mid last year. We absolutely love it. Ours is kind of a high security and high insulated door, and they come out and give you all the different options. You know, some sliding doors actually have a bigger window than others. I mean, it really gets down to the nitty gritty on some of these products. But when it comes to getting windows for your entire house or new siding, I can't think of a better company out there. They have been around in Colorado for 30, 40 years. Larry was, of course, Nick's dad. He's retired to Florida. Nick's now at the helm. And I promise you, if you want a great quote and deal with great people that always come through, always take care of any issues if they do arise, that's going to be the people at Gravina's. Go to gravinas.com. That's with an S, gravinas.com. We've been packed all week. This is the slowest day we've had. Literally, full lines all fucking week. You know, I've been in this building a long time and never seen Noah before.
I am not either, yeah. He's only been here since February.
Oh, I thought he said 2024.
Oh, I thought he said February of this year, but Jesus, maybe he did say 2024.
I thought he said 2024.
I thought he said February 24.
Well, he's doing a good job down on the third floor.
I'm going to ask when he comes back for pizza.
These guys got to go out to towers, pretty much engineering. It's not usually stuff like this, although they have to do all that. But it's like, hey, you got to go change the light bulb on that KOA tower in Parker. Okay. They'll be up at, if any time a transmitter goes down, anything, these guys could be living out at the transmitter for days.
Wow.
It's gravy when you're doing this shit.
Yep.
But when you're out in the middle of winter,
that's the only time it happens, probably.
Of course, trying to fix a tower.
30-mile-an-hour winds and snow. Yep.
Yeah, we had one guy that worked here that, didn't he murder his girlfriend or something crazy?
That was Eric Cobain.
Eric. He went fucking loony. I knew him for years. I never would have thought. I mean, you never know what happens in a couple's relationship, but woo, he snapped, boy. Oh, look at this. Dimitri sent this too. This is from Denver Channel 7. Channel 7 did a full thing on the bag lady. Oh my God, is that funny? The Douglas County Sheriff's Office warns of potential parking lot scam.
Jesus.
Douglas County Sheriff says they often deal with her.
They say what her actual name is?
No, in fact, I'm pretty sure I did hear her name one time, but it's not as good as Bag Lady. She won't get out of your car till you pay. Now tell me you wouldn't pay, really.
You know, I usually have my dogs with me, so that could be a deterrent.
Have you seen a picture of her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My
I mean, okay, granted, most of us wouldn't let her in the car.
Right.
But
Our friend
If you
is a
did.
good person. He was really just trying to be helpful.
You're stuck like Chuck, man. You got to pay.
And heck, if I didn't have $100 on me, I'd really be screwed because I don't even know my PIN.
Yeah, I couldn't get money out of my ATM.
I deliberately don't know my PIN.
Yeah.
I don't know my PIN. I, in fact, never carry a debit card.
No, I don't even know.
She has one.
My debit card's in my safe. I don't even know if I activated it. Yeah.
The only reason we even keep one is because of Vegas. So we take so much cash, and then if we run out, we,
At the ATM.
Well, it's cheaper than trying to get cash off a credit card.
Dude, guys, I hit a fucking jackpot leaving last week. Me and a buddy went out.
What? It's cheaper to get cash off a credit card?
A debit card.
Oh, okay. I was
Debit
gonna
card
say.
for sure.
Yeah.
We got back from a cruise, and a week later we were going to Vegas. She was just burned out. We spent 12 days in Alaska with my parents. It was a lot. She's like, see if Mikey can go. So me and Mikey went, and we're there, and I'm down maybe $800 for the 3 days. We're there 3 days or 3 nights. And as we're leaving, I hit a machine for $2,800. Third pull, $2,800. All right, 303-713-8255. We do have lines open. You've been ripped off or taken advantage of. You know, this show always blows me away because all week we are packed. I am talking full lines basically all week.
I know, it's been exhausting,
It's
Mark.
been exhausting, and then all of a sudden on car day, which is generally the busiest day, I'm going to blame Jeff Vick. Kimmer Transmission, because I know it can't be Kevin.
No,
it's got. I mean, just look at it. It's his mug.
That makes sense.
It's people joined us on YouTube. I'm sorry, Jeff.
It's fine. I'm used to it. I've got an ex-wife. I've got a wife. I get a lot of blame.
I trust us. We all do. 303 Martino's the number. 303 Martino. You know, guys, I've always said this. When I was in automotive, I hated it. When I had my computer stores, I absolutely loved it. You've got to really love cars. I mean, both of you have been in automotive forever. Kevin, at one point, you were in dealerships, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
I mean,
all kinds of
you
stuff,
guys have lived and breathed it. Do you still love it? Can you imagine doing anything else? I don't mean retiring. I mean, can you imagine another career?
I'm searching. I'll be honest. I mean, the older I get, the less I can do with.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but
it's heavy work.
It is. It's tough work.
There is no doubt it's heavy work, and it's dirty work. Suzanne used to hate it when I'd come home. Remember, Goodyears, we had tires everywhere. I mean, we'd have hundreds of tires. And she would tell me I didn't even smell tires anymore. She said I'd smell like tires.
Like you reeked of tires.
Reeked of it.
Yeah, I was just
and you
really
can't scrub it off. I mean, it's just petroleum.
Your clothes, your skin, your hair.
God, I hated
your
it.
breath, everything.
You know,
I don't smell that on these guys, though.
The better the technician, which is great for an owner. I never worked on cars. Like you guys, I know, can do everything your employees can do. You can do. I get that. That wasn't my situation. I could change tires. I learned our tire machine, stuff like that. But I mean, I couldn't even really do an alignment. I just never took the time to learn. But the better the technician I learned, the more prima donna they were. They were, I mean, I swear to God, you would think they walked on clouds at one point. I've never seen anything like it. I've never been in an industry, and there's people out there like plumbers and electricians that make great money, $200,000 a good master technician or a master plumber. These people make a lot of money, but I've never seen anybody as arrogant as an automotive technician. I mean, do you guys find that in general, or I just had the unlucky ones? I had 50 employees at one point.
It's a juggling act sometimes. You know, if you get two alphas in the shop.
Oh,
yeah.
Forget about it.
It's tough.
I'll tell you one that was funny. I walked in, Kevin at Sheridan Auto Tech, we used to get cars donated to us, and I'd bring them over there. Kevin would get them fixed up. Between the show and Sheridan Auto Tech, we probably gave away 4 or 5 cars, and some of them really nice. The one was surprised. The one we're like,
yeah, maybe we can keep this one.
Maybe
We won't tell
this one.
anybody. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. We gave that one to an older guy that lost, I think his son or someone in Sam's Club.
Yeah, and I think that gentleman still works at Sam's
He still drives that car. What kind of car was that, Kevin?
It was a Saturn.
Yeah, but it was like a fancy
It was
Saturn.
an upper. I can't remember.
Probably
the model.
top of the line
like a 300 or something. But it was leather inside. It was a beautiful car.
It was beautiful. He still works at the Sam's Club in Castle Rock and drives that car. We just see it occasionally. But I just never seen prima donnas like that. I just haven't. But I walked in one time when you were working on one of the cars, that we were going to donate, and we used to have them over to your shop, and we hand them the keys. It was really cool stuff. It was great. Actually, I really miss doing stuff like that. That was all pre-COVID. COVID changed a lot of crap.
Yep.
So one time I go over there, and I'm walking in there, and I think his name was Paul. He used to work for me. And I remember he was a prima donna pain in the ass.
Yep.
And no offense if you're listening, Paul, you are a prima donna pain in the ass. And it was so funny because when I looked at him, I'm like, oh, that son of a bitch. He worked in my Lakewood store, my Lakewood Goodyear. And I'm just curious, was he that way in your shop? Because I know he's not with you anymore. Was he a prima donna?
Oh, yeah. Very good mechanic, though.
Very good.
I mean, he had every certification known to man. He was very, very smart.
It's almost like you never use the word pompous and automotive tech usually in the same sentence, but a lot of them are somewhat pompous. It's like they do know their craft. They're very good at it, and they will let you know.
Every day.
And like you said, 2 alphas in the shop. There was a period of time not long ago in the 90s, and people might not understand how far we have come as a society in the automotive business. I had one tech when a GS would come in, and if the GS would screw up, he'd throw a wrench at him. He'd push him down. I mean, he'd like beat people up. And people were terrified of Mike, absolutely terrified of Mike. And no one ever really complained, because if you complained, Mike might go to your house later on. I was the only one that could yell at Mike. But I mean, it was really crazy back then. People would throw stuff. Shops were completely different in the 90s. Would you agree?
Yeah, some of that still goes on.
It still goes on?
It could be a little uncivilized, yeah.
And Jeff, you had that guy you worked for. You kind of bought the business in so many words.
No, definitely did not buy the business. There was no way I could buy that business.
Just too much debt, too much problems?
Tax issues.
Oh, taxes.
Oh, really? So, yeah, I mean, I had to make sure they got all of their assets out of there.
Yeah.
Because if I was in possession of any of those, then they could shut me down too.
Yeah, it would be it was throwing bad money. It wasn't worth the risk. So, but that's where the name Kimmer came from, right?
My ex-wife, her name was Kim.
Okay, that's where Kimmer came from.
Her name was Kim. Her name still is Kim. She's still with us.
What was the old boss's name that we were talking about? What was the old company name?
B&M.
B&M. That's right. But keep going. Kim, and where was the Mur?
It was a common nickname, just
Kimmer. That's what you call her.
Yep.
And that was the ex-wife.
That was the ex-wife.
So you decided.
Well, it was kind of one of those things, I didn't do this on my own. I reminded myself every time I picked up the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. So she also, signs aren't cheap.
Well, and once you're established,
let's cut out the BS. That sounds like $4,000.
Yeah, well, and not to mention, once people are already used to a name, you go and make changes, then people get nervous.
Yeah, of course. They think maybe you're going broke. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's weird to change names. So I knew this guy that he used to work for, B&M, and he was on the referral list. And we went out. He wanted to go out to lunch with me one day, so we go down to. You always want to go to their not Papa Murphy, Papa Do's. He wanted to go to Papa Do's, so we go to Papa Do's like at 11:30. This dude's taking shots. I'm like, I got to go back to my shop, dude. I can't be. No way, man. I'll have lunch with you, but that's it. That boy liked to drink. He liked to drink, and I'm not going to get into what happened to him, but it was very unfortunate. And he's no longer with us. I mean, I'll leave it at that. I don't want to rub dirt or anything. I never liked the guy, though. I did not like him at all. And I don't mind saying that. He was I found him sketchy. And now that I knew about the tax situation, it's crazy. And I'll tell you who else is probably going to be dealing with tax situations pretty soon here is Denver Spring and Suspension, because they filed Chapter 11. And Suzanne looked up some of the debtors.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we're
going to.
I have a list of the unsecured unsecured claims.
Yeah. So
what does that mean compared to secured?
I will tell you, because I'm not afraid to say this. I went through a Chapter 11 with my automotive shop. So listen, I know more about it than I ever wanted to. I think we filed back in 05, 08. I mean, it was 20 years ago-ish.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah, so I can answer any questions. I know exactly what they're going to be going through. I know exactly, or at least an idea of how much they're going to be spending. I think they had probably a much smaller operation. But I can say, I got a break here, but I can say this with mine. Mine was during Cash for Clunkers. It was during probably the worst recession, 08 there was. I had, like most people in Castle Rock and the Meadows and Red Hawk, I've never seen so many foreclosures. People didn't have jobs. Obama was ruining our industry. Cash for Clunkers basically put me out of business.
That was a disaster.
And it lasted for years.
It lasted for years.
A lot of those cars that people were fixing were now off the road.
Yeah, you could get a $10,000 tax credit towards a new car, and you could buy a Ford Focus for $10,000 if you gave in your old junker. So there was no cars to repair, and who in their right mind would spend $5,000 on a '88 Granada when you can get a new car? Hold tight. Sorry, bro.
That was a tough time.
Oh my God, man, it was horrible. What do I have here? Do I have anything here?
No lives.
Well, that's pretty good, because then I can't go over even more. Dude, it was brutal back then. It was so brutal. We went from $500,000 a month, 100,000 a store. You know, one store might do 70, 80. Another store's doing $130. We averaged $500,000 a month. So when everything hit and people quit spending money and were losing jobs, the only good part was some of the best technicians in the world from dealerships were applying for jobs making $20 an hour. That was the only good side as an owner of a shop. But our rents didn't change. My mortgage payments didn't change. My payroll, my health insurance, none of that shit changed. But we went from $500,000 a month down to, I don't know, 300, 350. And it fucking hung for years. We did. I went as long as I could until I pulled the trigger.
Mark, why did you get into the business if you didn't like?
My dad wanted to retire. They had 3 stores, and I was going to buy out his partner because then I'm an only child, Bo. So I bought Frank out, and I did buy Frank out. Okay. So then basically I'd own 100% of the business, and I could continue to pay my dad a salary going forward. I mean, that's why. But I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
Did you work it while the partner was in the business? Oh.
I worked. I'd either drive around to every store every day and work the counter for X amount of time going through everything.
How did your dad
Or I'd be at one store for a while, then move to the next.
How did he acquire? Did he buy 3 stores at once?
He started with one way back in the 90s.
Oh.
A lot of times the franchise will reach out to people who have successful stores.
Well, that's how we grew.
Yeah. They'll have one that's failing. They need somebody to get in.
Go in there and turn it around.
So Goodyear was really strange because they'd go maybe 10 years where they wanted to own every store in Colorado.
Really?
So they would make you an offer you couldn't refuse. And then 10 years later, they didn't want to own any, so they go back to a franchise.
So they flip back and forth.
They went back and forth over the years so many times, it was crazy.
Help yourself, Bo. There's pizza in there.
Oh, there's a line. I have to take the number.
Don't get nobody.
Getting sleepy, so I wouldn't be sniffing.
It makes antihistamine pills make you tired.
Oh, they exhaust me. I'll be out like a light bite. That's why I don't like to take them. I'll be snoring, sleepy.
What do you take? Benadryl?
No, I take this stuff from Walgreens. It's some generic stuff. Savvy told me about it.
You'll have to tell me what it is.
I'm all cleared up. I was a mess this morning.
But you don't know what it's called? Savvy, are you around?
I've got it. I got a picture of it. I can send it.
By the way, don't let me forget, I have the inflatable mattress.
Okay.
For the guy that lives in his sister's backyard or whatever.
Are you coming in Monday?
I have it in the trunk. I'm not coming in Monday.
Okay.
Mark is. If Tom's not back, he'll be here Monday. I've got a hair appointment Monday, and I was going to reschedule it, but I am desperate.
Yeah, then maybe we talk about it on the air. Bo's going to take it over.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll write a note on the mattress. Hey, Chuck, Will you call into the show?
I thought we were on
say
the
thank you.
But I just want to give it to you today. It's in the trunk, so you have it. You don't have to take it to him today. You take it to him.
Do you want me to do it on the show day and talk about it
Does
on air?
that's up to Mark.
What's that?
Taking the inflatable mattress over to the guy that lives at his sister's
Should I
porch.
do it on the show? Because he might want to call in and say thank you.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, Bo. That's totally up to you. Whatever you want to do. I'd love to do it on air, but don't go out of your way.
Oh.
Let's do it on air.
Dave Richards said he would come on.
Oh, he would?
Yeah, do you still want him on?
Yeah, tell him we'll
He
call
said
him.
15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'd love to have him on.
Just let us know when it's good to call you. That tour looks incredible.
What?
That tour. It looks. We're going to an oyster farm.
That was the
that
one.
blows me away.
That was the one we looked at first.
Yeah, and we were sort of on the fence. And
I
it was
think
like,
it came down to the date.
yes. The castles look incredible. Just let me know if you need something, babe. I'm happy to get it for you. I should have got your pizza.
I can't tell how long the spots are going to go.
This guy wants to thank Kevin and Jeff.
All right, 303-713-8255. After the break, we have someone that got hit by the Castle Rock bag lady.
Bag lady, Mark.
So you're going to love this story. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And don't forget, if you've been ripped off or taken advantage of, we definitely want to hear from you. I've got Deputy Bo, who is probably one of the best out there, ready to take your case on, get your money back, get that landlord to fix whatever it is. You get the idea. We want to fight for you. Where else can you do that for free? 303-MARTINO, 303-MARTINO. After the break, too, we're going to talk a little bit about Chapter 11 in Denver Spring and suspension, and why I'm even on this kick about them. Has to do with, in my opinion, they're holding a lady's tow truck hostage for storage fees of over $1,000, and I mean that, over $1,000 a week. Now, at least according to the caller. Hey, Rick, please hang on. I know you want to say thank you to Kevin and Jeff, but I want them to hear it. They're in the other room stuffing their face with pizza. So it is Friday. We do that on Friday. Everybody hang tight. We're going to be back. 303-MARTINO. Get those calls in. Rick, please hold on.
Oh, dang. Thank you, Jeff.
What?
I dropped his check he gave me. I'll put it in my purse.
I don't think I've ever lost a check.
Oh, yeah, right. You had Jeff's check in your pocket or your wallet for 3 weeks before I knew it was there.
I got one guy, that he used to, but he changed his pay around so I can pay him with a credit card over the phone. But it would be months, and he would have like a glove box in his Jeep, because he came around and did programming on PCMs and stuff. He would just shove the checks in the glove box.
And not cash them?
And not cash them. And my bookkeeper's like, what is wrong with this guy?
Did you have to say something like, hey, can you cash my checks, please?
Oh, yeah. It's like, my bookkeeper's gonna quit if you don't cash your damn check.
Hey, Libby, this person we're going to have on with the bag lady story, I mean, it's real as hell, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the cases where she said, I'll just pee in your car. It's so ludicrous you almost don't believe it, but it is so true, and she's still doing it right now.
Thank you, Falco. I'll let Mark know that. He says, I've heard that Guinness Brewery is in the middle of nowhere and not worth the time, but we've heard it's incredible and don't miss it. So, We call the bag lady piss lady because if you don't pay her, this person's just catching up, I think. Seen her in Castle Rock and Parker. Yep, Krabby Patty.
Oh, Parker too, huh?
Oh, yeah, she's been in Parker several times.
What a gamut. You know, as I get older, I might retire into a part-time gig like that.
Oh, yeah. You get your own Facebook page.
Get your own Facebook. People are following you. The paparazzi are everywhere.
More followers with that.
Oh.
This is really good. What brand is this?
Pudge Brothers.
Pudge Brothers. Huh?
Dude, we're flying the smallest plane I ever imagined across the world there. So from here to Iceland, it's like 8 hours. The plane is 3x3. So you got three, it's like a Frontier 320 or something.
Yeah.
I didn't even know those things could fly that far.
Wow.
Yeah, me too.
And I've never heard of, the only reason we're going to Iceland, by the way, is because that's the stopover, and it's Icelandic Air or Iceland Air, whatever it is.
You got to try the pink gin in Iceland. Google pink gin.
Gin?
Gin as an alcohol. It's delicious. I'm not a big gin drinker.
I was just going to say,
I don't.
On a pine tree.
No, it's not the pink stuff.
Iceland has good vodka.
I don't think I've ever. I threw up on gin when I was a kid. I don't think I've had it ever since.
It
Oh yeah, look at this.
Why are we talking about gin?
Because there's pink gin in Iceland.
Oh, pink
My
gin?
brother
There's
went.
pink gin everywhere
Well,
now.
yeah, but that's where it comes from.
Pink gin. I'm going to
My
ask
brother
Rob.
was.
It's a traditional cocktail, England from the mid 19th century. Plymouth gin.
Is it pink in color?
Yep.
It's pink gin,
Yeah, it's the herbs they use.
and it's made by numerous brands now.
My brother
Classic.
was in Iceland a couple of years ago, and he brought some back, and I tried it.
Was it really good?
It's really tasty. Yeah.
No, pink gin from Iceland.
They also have rose gin, mermaid gin.
I know they have. Tom talks about ice wine. I still haven't tried that. Says it's so good.
It's really sweet.
Oh, really? It's sweeter than port?
lot.
Oh, then I don't think I'd like that.
No, it's way too sweet.
I don't like dessert wine, Susan. I don't think you would.
I think port is a dessert wine.
My wife might like it then.
Dessert, it's like 3 times sweeter port.
I think port's plenty sweet.
The cocktail she has me make at night, I call them Alley Rancher because it's like eating a freaking piece of candy.
What does she like to make? How do you like to make her?
I call it an Alley Rancher because by the time you're done with it, it's so damn sweet.
It's like a Jolly Rancher.
Mm-hmm. Her name's Allison. Let's call
Oh,
it.
okay. Allison, she likes sweet. Oh yeah, she came to my house. She likes sweet drink cocktails, huh?
She likes sweet.
I do too. I have to give her my lemon drop recipe. Make the best lemon drop on the planet.
I'm sure she would love it.
We were at dinner with my brother and his kids and stuff, and they bought everybody a round of lemon something, and it's kind of like, yeesh. Yeah, sweet, like,
Lemon drops.
yeah, it's just, I don't know how you drink that stuff.
Well, I don't use any. I use real lemons. Maybe you had a lemonade with vodka. They have this thing like a Mike's Hard lemonade type.
Is that what the basis is? Vodka?
You gotta use lemon vodka, 3 lemons.
Oh.
Cointreau, triple sec. Miss Allison had a drink called a Cosmetolic.
Oh, yeah.
Cosmo. I know it's a girly drink, but I love a good Cosmo.
Okay, Dave. Oh, I don't want to say his last name. It's coming on. Dave.
It's a fascinating scam. It's fascinating.
So, Susie, you guys going to Iceland?
Just for an hour.
Okay. Won't have time to bring back any vodka or gin.
I want to go to Antarctica. Well, you know what we could do is hit duty free.
Oh.
I don't know if theirs is worth the shit.
If
Most
we're only there an
duty-frees are a
hour, we
ripoff.
might not even be getting off the plane, are we? Or do we change seats?
I couldn't tell you, babe.
I'll have to look.
I couldn't believe how small their aircraft was, though. Dude, they were half the price. Well, it wasn't even that.
Well, that scares
you
me a
only
little.
got half the plane.
It's half the plane, yeah.
Let's see here. 6 a.m. and then an hour 20 later. It's a different flight, so I guess we do get off the plane.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, and we change seats. So, yeah.
Do we get back on the same plane?
No, it's a different flight, so it looks like it's a different, I would assume it's a different plane, but maybe not. Adam, if you can hear me, check your text. You got a call for the show that it's a friend of ours is going to talk about the bag lady stuff.
I never laughed so hard. I'm like, just tell her to get the hell out of your car. Because, I interrupt people.
Right.
He's trying to tell this story, and I'm just thinking,
45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
All right, my friends, welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. The bottom line is if you've been ripped off or taken advantage of, we do want to hear from you. We love going after the bad guys. We love exposing people that aren't doing the right thing. That's easy, right? It's very easy. In fact, we've recouped over $300 million. Cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, services directly due to this show. Think about that. Who else can do that? $300 million. $300 million. God, if we even charged $1 for each dollar, that'd be a lot of money.
I thought you were going to do the math on that one.
If we did $300 million,
We've already seen an example of this math.
how much would that be? Yes, 303-713-8255. We do have a lot going on today. We're going to be talking about Denver spring and suspension a little bit. We had a caller, and basically the caller dropped off her tow truck to get a estimate. The estimate was roughly $7,500. She kind of shopped it around, decided to not do the work with them. She thought her driver picked up the tow truck and brought it back to wherever the tow truck lives, and he didn't. So it sat there for a couple months. They claimed they tried to reach out to her, but she didn't know it. She would have went and got it, no problem. So finally, she discovers, oh my God, it's still over there. Goes to pick it up. They want $6,000 plus for storage. So you're talking almost $1,000 a week. I think it's unconscionable. 100%, I think most judges will find it unconscionable. So my initial advice was go pay and then take her to small claims and let's let a judge sort it out. You definitely owe them something, but $250 a day, that seems egregious. In fact, it's unbelievable. And I started thinking at the bottom of an invoice, why not just put $5,000 a day? To me, it's very similar. $250 a day for storage? I mean, that's insane to me. Mm-hmm. And I figured they would come up with something. You know what they came up with? If she had the $7,500 in work done, they'll only charge $3,000. So, and the work can be done almost anywhere else, according to the caller, for I don't know, $3,500. Yeah. So everything seems high. Apparently, they're new owners. This is information we saw on the web or somewhere since 2023. I remember back in the day, I thought they were a great company. So that was my initial advice. But then that advice changed big time because, guess what? We found out they're in bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So right now, they filed a Chapter 11. They owe a lot of money. Suzanne, pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
And I promise I'm going to go right to kudos with Rick, but this one's important. So go ahead. Who do they owe money to?
First off, Mark, is an unsecured claim, is that where they're pretty much have to negotiate pennies on the dollar and they're screwed for their debt owed to them, these companies?
In the Chapter 11...
When it's
Typically,
unsecured.
it's not like pennies on the dollar. It depends how much money they have. To answer your question, it depends. The first thing that comes is secure debt. Secure debt would be like
payroll, taxes.
Be like a bank they owe for inventory, a line of credit, something that is secured by the inventory, the equipment, cash in the bank, any kind of asset they have that's been attached to a loan.
Okay,
that comes first.
What about a mortgage?
Well, and actually, there's something that comes.
I think employee payroll taxes come first, right?
God, no. No. The very first thing is secure debt. And then it's got its own order. Okay. So in other words, it's got its own order. Some secure debt can come before others. The second thing is going to be Big Mama. You know who Big Mama is?
The IRS.
The IRS.
Yeah.
IRS is next. If you owe the IRS payroll taxes, or if you owe them, well, even more importantly, if you were taking money out of your employees' checks and
like
not passing that on to the IRS, that's the trust fund portion.
Oh, okay.
And boy, you're screwed.
What about retirement funds? If you're withholding retirement funds?
Retirement funds, you generally can't do that anymore, because what we're talking about is 401ks. That's in the employee's name.
Okay.
Under most cases, it's not pensions anymore.
Okay.
So, but after that, you might even get into employees. People think, employees are first. No, they're not. They're absolutely not first by any means. Secure debt is first. That's why you do a loan a lot of times. You loan money on a house because you can sell the house to get paid back if someone defaults. IRS, the big puppy, is basically above everything else. Even in a bankruptcy, parts of what you owe to the IRS definitely don't go away. They will hang with you, and they can try to collect for up to 10 years, I believe is still the statute.
Wow.
They can collect in any way. They can garnish, and a lot of that can come back on the owner themselves, not just a corporation. So Big Monkey doesn't go away. Okay. And then you might get into employees, and then you get into unsecured.
That's what I'm looking at, is the unsecured.
To give you an idea, my bankruptcy, our Chapter 11 with the good years back in 2008, unsecured debt might be like a credit card that there was no personal guarantees on. We had different lines of credit with different part stores where there was no lines of credit.
Gotcha.
But ours really wasn't affected by any of that because we didn't owe any of that money. We owed to two people. We owed to Goodyear and Napa. That was the bottom line. Those are the two we had to restructure. So let me tell you something, Denver Springs in suspension. I've been through it. I pulled the trigger in 2008. Worst recession ever. I went from $500,000 in my 5 Goodyear stores every single month to about $300,000. Everybody I knew was going under foreclosure. It was horrible. And on top of that, the industry, the automotive industry, and these guys can vouch for me, went to complete hell. Why did it go to hell? I'll tell you exactly why. Obama. Why Obama? Because he came out with cash for clunkers to get old gasoline cars off and start electric or whatever he was trying to do. But you could get a tax credit if you brought virtually any piece of crap to the junkyard. They would crush it. You couldn't use the parts again, couldn't use the engine, couldn't drive it, even if the vehicle drove fine, and you would get a $10,000 tax credit towards a new vehicle. And I'll tell you what it was. He was trying to get Chevy and Ford, whoever was in bankruptcy, out of bankruptcy, trying to push car sales by stealing from me. So one of the reasons when you hear I can't stand Obama, his health care sucked, and I don't care what anybody said, and cash for clunkers put me in a Chapter 11 back in 2008. So Denver Spring in suspension, I get it, but I never tried to charge $250 a day storage when I was in bankruptcy. So we're going to be bringing up your bankruptcy a lot, and we're going to be talking about people you owe money to.
Yeah.
And
what is $250,000?
Oh, $250,000. Who's that?
That's to some poor, let's see here.
Yeah,
go back to it. Sunland Asphalt and Construction, $226,000.
Now that's curious. Why would an automotive? That's a
lot of dough.
Why would they owe an automotive shop? You know what we can do? Let's start. You know what? If they want to hold this lady's tow truck hostage, you know what? This is a good learning experience for all business owners, and we do it right over the air. We can follow them through this Monday through Friday. I mean, we really could. You know, whether or not we do, I don't know. But I don't understand why they're trying to charge that. But now I'm starting to get it. They don't know what to do. They really don't. And this is all my opinion. I want to make that very clear. This is my opinion. It's not my opinion they're in bankruptcy. We're looking at the paperwork.
Yeah.
And the caller's the one that says they're holding the vehicle hostage for $6,000. They told us they were going to look into it Tuesday and get back to us. That never happened.
Yeah.
They lied to us. That I know.
Yeah.
They lied to my man in their Axeman. Hey, Rick, you want to thank Kevin and Jeff, please?
Hey, Mark, you're on a roll today.
Yeah, I guess so. That's one way to put it. I'm going to hear from attorneys, but that's all right. You know what? Freedom of speech and opinion is everything in this country. Rick, have you done business with both of these guys?
Yeah, I just want to have a thank you out to Kevin and his employee, Isaiah. They saved me about $250 yesterday because I came over and was going to get my 210 Chevy Malibu transmission flushed, and I told them that the engine light was on. It was because of the transmission. And then Isaiah questioned me a little bit more about it, and I said, "This is what happened." He goes, "It's too late." And at that time, Kevin walked in the door and cooperated.
What does that mean? It's too late.
Yeah,
I didn't want him to waste the money. It's 200,000 mile car with transmission problems and $300 in the transmission, just wasting that money.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
I get what
so that's why I turned the work away. I said I'd rather not do it than do it and have you regret it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you, Kevin. And I did call Jeff, and Jeff was the most hospitable, just nicest guy. And
wait, Jeff Vick? Jeff Vick?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
You can't let me have anything, can you?
Did you end up? What did you end up doing, Jeff? Just talking?
Actually, it was just a conversation.
I love that.
So I couldn't pick him out of a crowd of one if I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rick,
I'm still trying to decide what to do with this vehicle. So I don't know, Jeff, if I'm going to bring it over or not. But I just wanted to give you a thank you and a kudos and a pat on the back and any other adjective you can think of, where these guys are just upstanding guys.
Rick, I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much when we have listeners call in and we have guests in studio. It's great. And I want to say something. Generally, if you hear me talk about somebody, and I talk about both of these guys all the time, I personally use them. I bring vehicles to both of these guys. Both of these guys. In fact, one time, Jeff right here, I had a Hyundai Santa Fe. And it had, listen to this, it had a 100,000 mile warranty on it. It had 99,000. And I said, well, before I go past this mile marker, I want Jeff to eyeball it and let me know. He found, what would you call it, a seep?
No, it was a legitimate leak.
A leak on the transfer case.
It was between the transmission and transfer case, yeah.
So I brought it to Hyundai. So at this point, we got 99,700 miles on it. They looked at it, and McDonald Hyundai, another company I absolutely love. I have purchased so many Hyundais and Genesis through them throughout the years. It's crazy. They looked at it, and they ordered one, and they warrantied it, and that was that. I had a brand new transmission thanks to Jeff and his eyeballs, but if it wasn't in warranty, I would have had Jeff do it, because he would have saved me a ton of money. Yep. But Jeff's done other work for me, a lot of other work. He's just a great guy. Kevin's a great guy. Kevin, you saved me a lot of money. I actually had a vehicle under warranty. Yeah. You could fix cheaper than me driving it to where I had to go for warranty.
Yeah, the RV that time.
Yeah, the RV. It was a big RV. You got to figure how much that costs to drive. It would have cost me more in gas than to replace the coil pack on a brand new vehicle. Yep. Wow. And then he's done a lot of other work for me and my family. These guys are great. So I want to just take a second. Transmissionsdenver.com. That's Jeff Vick. Transmissionsdenver.com. He does everything drivetrain. That's what he does. Well, not the engine, but he does anything with the transmission. They rebuild right in there. They have great warranties. He's been around forever. He lives and breathes trannies. 303-693-1400. 303-693-1400. Transmissionsdenver.com. SheridanAutotech.com. That's Uncle Kevin. These guys will talk to you on the phone. They'll always give you good advice, just like you heard from Rick. SheridanAutotech.com. Now, I want to go to this Melissa Winston. Please hold on. I got to go to someone. Hey, Dave, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, how much info do you want me to withhold here? I'm asking you.
As far as the story is concerned?
No, the story I'm going to let you. I'm just going to disclose something. Dave and his wife and kids are very good friends of ours. all of our kids grew up in Castle
They're
Rock.
family, Mark.
They're family.
Yeah.
They grew up in Castle Rock. We see each other all the time. Our kids, till this day, 20 plus years
Daughters
later.
are in our daughter's wedding.
The whole bit. So the first I ever heard of the bag lady, I think it was your son that started telling me the story, although it might have been your daughter. And I couldn't believe it. You were kind of embarrassed over it, but I would like you to tell the story, and I'll kind of lead you through it if needed. But didn't it start by like the hotels or by Bubbles Liquor Store?
It did. It was actually at the Rock Yard Brewery is where it started in Castle Rock.
And how did the scam go down from this lady?
So I went to pick up my wife, who was having lunch there with her mother. It was a kind of a slightly rainy afternoon, and my wife rode with her mother to the Rock Yard to have lunch and said, "Come pick me up." So I went to pick her up, and once she got into the car and we were leaving the parking lot, I see a lady standing right by the stop sign there in a kind of a dark colored kind of trench coat and a hat. And for a split second, I actually thought it was my mother-in-law because she had a similar outfit on that day. And the lady was waving me down at the stop sign. So I stop, roll down my window, and she proceeds basically to tell me that she could just use a lift to the hotel, which was like, a long block away, not maybe 100 yards away is this hotel, but it was raining, and I felt sorry for her, so I said, "Sure." And when I went to open the door for her, she proceeded to drag a little wheelie cart with her and said, "Oh, I just have a few things in here. Can we put them in the back of your car?" And I remember helping her with those in the back of my car because I was in the trap now. And they were incredibly heavy. Like, are there bowling balls in these bags or what? I thought to myself, it was crazy. And so I proceed to load these heavy bags into the back of my car and my SUV.
Get the caller.
And then she proceeds to get in the car, and I'm prepared to just drive her, 100 yards up the road to the hotel, and then she starts asking for money. So
how much did she ask for at this point?
She said she had been kicked out of her place. Her sister was real sick, and she just needed enough to cover a night at this hotel.
Wow.
And so it was, $75. I need $75.
Oh my
God. I said, I've got a 20. I don't have 75. And then she proceeded to get emotional and told me, well, there's an ATM right here, and there's a Wells Fargo ATM.
She knows where every ATM is in Castle Rock.
She does. She did. And it was like, oh, man, I just wanted to get her out of my car at that point.
So she simply wouldn't leave, is the bottom line, until you went to the ATM.
That's correct. And so I proceeded to go to the ATM. And, you can only get 20s out of there. So I gave her $80 instead of the 75.
Poor Dave.
Wow.
Drive her with my tail between my legs back to the hotel.
So she can start all over again.
Man, I knew it. I knew that I was getting scammed, but I just wanted her out of my car at that point. But she was very aggressive.
And all of us and the kids still give you a heck about it, Dave, don't we?
My God.
Oh, my gosh.
It's one of my favorite stories.
And I've heard so many stories from other people. My daughter picked her up once. I think even prior to that, when I told her the story, she goes, "I know that lady."
That's crazy. Well, we read a lot years ago. We had a caller that she basically also threatens to pee in your vehicle.
I've heard
if
of that.
you try to get her kicked out. It's crazy.
She's pretty famous.
So we did some deep diving on her today, Dave. I got to cut you loose, but we did some deep diving on her, and she actually, who said North Glen? Was it? I know Parker.
Broomfield.
Broomfield. She's everywhere.
She's everywhere. It's like she's got a job. I mean, it's really remarkable. Now, look, am I running late or did I take that break? Where am I at, Zach? I'm running very late. When we come back, I got to take this break. Nicole from Denver Spring and Suspension. My understanding is she's the CEO. She's on. We're going to give her all the time she wants right after this.
Oh.
That's great.
When you get enough press, you got to answer.
Frank Duran, the real estate man. You want the best realtor out there, you call up Frank. Susanna and I have used Frank multiple times. Tom has used Frank multiple times. All of our friends have used Frank multiple times. You know why? Because Frank Duran sells more homes in 1 month than most realtors in Colorado sell in an entire year. And he sells them for more money. You're going to love him. He's also the nicest guy in the world. And if you want a free valuation of your house, you can call him right now. He will give that to you 100% for free. Maybe you don't know what your house is valued at after all these years. 100% for free. And then when you do want to sell it, hopefully you call him back. FrankDuranHomes.com. FrankDuranHomes.com. Let's talk about Marc Shemansky in Genesis Total Exteriors. Mark has become a great friend of the family over the years. He has done so much work for us in his crews. He does anything on the outside of a house, siding and doors and decks and fences. You want that new gazebo, you call up Genesis, you call up Mark. You want to get the exterior painted, you need stucco on your house. GenesisTotalExteriors.com does it all. And if you have hail damage, this one's important. Not only will they look at the roof, they're also going to look at the damage to siding and paint and decks and fences. They do it all, and they are excellent people to work with. You're going to love the ownership. You're going to love the crews. You're going to love them. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
Look at Axe texted. Nicole did say if this turns sour, she'll go off the air and have lawyers communicate.
Good. She's already asking for it to go sour.
Do not yell at the messenger. I'm just letting you know.
Let her try.
Let her try to. Maybe she's willing to do something.
She's got lawyers on retention already. That's like, so you guys missed it yesterday. I finally get the GM of the hot tub thing's coming.
I came in at the end of that. I had to back up and listen to that whole damn
So this
moron.
Kevin, this guy, so the GM fixes it. It's like good. The owner calls in finally. After he told us he was going to call in 20 minutes and ghosted everybody.
The GM's still on the hook here.
He's still on the line. And I'm looking at it and it's done. And he's like, the owner's on. And I'm like, oh, good. Finally, the owner's on. And then I go, what the hell's the owner's on doing? The GM's on here. I said, I have a gut feeling this guy's going to blow up everything the GM just created. I had this gut feeling, like it was a sinking feeling. Had to take a break, come back, bring the guy right up. The most pompous piece of crap I've ever dealt with. This guy was like, well, I'm very busy. I have a lot of businesses to run. I only have 5 minutes. What can I do for you?
He says I'm a very busy man.
So I just turned, that was it. I just exploded on him. I exploded, brought his GM back up. It was insane. So you heard it.
Yeah, but you still, even after the guy blew it up, you let the GM know that you still liked him and you appreciated him, but it got hot.
Said you guys need to switch places.
Jeez. Never understood that. Spend that millions of dollars in advertising.
It was almost like he couldn't let his GM have the last word.
I knew it too. I knew it. I never talked to this guy, knew nothing about him, besides that he said he was going to do something over days and days, and never did it. Then we started finding out he's kind of from Jersey, which is even wackier. He has a shop where I lived in Jersey, in Cherry Hills, and where I grew up in Westchester, Pennsylvania, is where the company's out of. And it was incredible. I just couldn't believe any owner could be that stupid.
Good thing he has a GM then, huh?
What's that?
Good thing he has a GM.
Yeah, well, the GM's new to the company. He's jumped in here recently, and he's catching all these lances from all the stuff that's been done over the last couple of years.
Yeah, but you can't attack from both sides if he's trying to work with the customer and the owner's throwing spears at him.
He was literally said, hey, we've got a lot of these types of cases. He's not the only one. And I'm devoting all my time trying to get this stuff done.
He was pulling money out of his own pocket.
This guy was busting his hump.
And he's like, the old GM pissed off a lot of people. I'm dragging the ownership into getting all this stuff done. Meanwhile, the owner's there. I hope that GM still works there.
He'd be a fool to get rid of that guy.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe this guy came on and did it. I had a sinking feeling. It just hit me. I'm like, why would he be on after this? He must not be listening. All right, YouTubers, I'm going to try to keep it cool.
Hi, Giselle. How much are they saying you owe in storage fees? Or, just so I know. 6,000. Thanks, darling. Hang on. Closer to 10.
Yep, I'm just YouTubers. I'm going to give her all the opportunity, but you saw what happened yesterday.
Cool. Let's see if
as soon as people go attorney, it's like, okay, you want to take away my freedom of speech? Let's go there, baby.
Maybe we've made enough noise that they're willing to help Giselle work out a deal with Giselle.
About Giselle. That's our main concern.
Yeah. Mark's worried about Mark.
Yourself.
Yes.
All right. We'll kick that soapbox out from underneath you.
After Giselle gets her truck, you can have at it.
I'm going to start bringing duct tape.
And I'm trying to figure out.
Have your ducks in the row, baby. Axeman, I'm talking to you. Make sure you have your ducks in a row. What day we called the first time?
I'm pretty sure it was
We'll help you through it, but I'll be asking you stuff.
I'm pretty sure it was.
All right, 303-713-8255. You've been ripped off or taken advantage of. I want to hear from you. Melissa, hold tight. Winston, hold tight. Whoever's on 3, hold tight. Nicole with Denver Spring and suspension. I'm going to bring her right up. We've been talking about this call we got a few days ago from Giselle. And basically, I'm going to recap very quickly, but the vehicle was left there on accident for a long period of time. They did not have work done, approximately 6 weeks. When she realized her tow truck was still sitting there and her driver never picked it up, they brought it over to Denver Spring and Suspension for an estimate on some front-end work or an alignment, something along those lines. They didn't want to spend the $7,500. She thought her driver basically picked it up and it was back in their lot or their yard, wherever it's stored. It wasn't. It stayed there at Denver Spring and Suspension for approximately 6 weeks, according to Giselle. Giselle finally realizes it. These people, Nicole reached out. Giselle has also said that Nicole did try to email or something, but she never got it. I don't know where the communications are there. But she goes to pick it up, and these guys wanted $250 a day, a total of $6,000 over, once again, 6 weeks in order for her to get her vehicle back, and I find it egregious. So, Nicole...
And allegedly, Mark, they were going to reduce the storage fees if she got the work done
If
there.
she had the $7,500 in work done, they were going to reduce it by $3,000. So, Nicole, listen, I'm not going to say much more than that. I want to give you time to respond and say your side of the story. Are we missing something?
Well, there's obviously hello, everybody. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to obviously hear our side of the story and what our business does. So yes, we actually saw 2 trucks back in May. So 2 of their vehicles had come out to see us to do alignments. The vehicle that is in question obviously had gotten dropped off first. It had been in, I guess, like a side swipe accident prior to coming to us. And it was something on the highway. The driver who had dropped it off, came in, filled out all the documents, signed on the dotted line saying, hey, I understand this is what happens if we don't come back to pick up our stuff. So that being said, we did the alignment on the one because it could be performed. The other one could not be performed. And the contractor, I believe, or the driver that they had come back, picked up the one that would clear the alignment and said he'd be back for the other one. The documents, and I will happily read over if it's something that everybody would like to hear. We ended up reaching out to him multiple times. He never came back. He then, we even had multiple email options to reach out to them. My team then decided to start searching the interweb of who could possibly come and get this, because we do everything in our abilities to make sure that we can avoid this. I don't want to have to put liens on vehicles so that now I can do something with them, but we work on suspension on small vehicles all the way up to large motorhomes and trucks with trailers. I don't have the room, or as obviously I am not a storage yard. I don't have the space to have a large tow truck taking up part of my yard.
Nicole, I don't think anybody disputes anything you've said so far. I think that's exactly what Giselle has said when she called in.
Yeah, and when I did talk with Giselle, so obviously there's more details that you can go into. She was extremely polite. She at first was like, I didn't even know that we had a tow truck there. So hearing a little bit of what was said earlier about how you forget that you have a tow truck missing, in my mind, coming from a different background, knowing that your truck is what makes you money. So I married originally into a trucking company. And if you are missing a truck that's making you money, I feel that's kind of hard to forget. That's hard to forget as missing a vehicle. But we had reached out in like every possible manner, from emails and phone numbers to searching the web to find anybody that we could get a hold of. At that point, the driver had finally called and said, "Oh, hey, my phone number has changed." Yeah, I said, "Okay, well, obviously." That's good to know. Our biggest thing with our storage fees is we do it to be a deterrent so that we don't turn into a storage yard. Sure. And we have those fees. They were signed on the dotted line. Hey,
Nicole, quick question.
Several times in the past.
Nicole, just quick question here, because once again, I don't think there's any dispute in the facts that have happened. Maybe a few things here and there, but who cares about that? Everything seems to be the exact same. Why not put $10,000 on that paper, or $100,000, or your firstborn? $250 per day seems absolutely insane. And I personally think any judge in the world, if they came and paid you, and I'm not going to get into the secondary part why I personally wouldn't do that now, but if they actually came and paid you and brought you to court, I bet you would get a good chunk of that back, and you can look at case history about that. The only issue here right now is that amount of money. But my question to you is, it might as well be $5,000. I mean, it's so arbitrary.
Well, and I understand, looking at it from the other side in, I understand that that's frustrating. When we do and it seems like it can be a high amount. We have it as that amount due to the fact that we aren't a storage yard and we want people to come pick up their vehicles. We've been burned in the past where you have a motorhome and come to find out they think that, oh, well, I'm not going to pick it up for 2 to 3 weeks and I'm not their storage yard. They just didn't want to pay their normal storage place to come pick up their stuff. They think that because they paid for their ticket, they can leave it here.
Nicole, I get that, but would you agree with me that wasn't the case with Giselle? They weren't trying to use you as a storage lot. I mean, they have a storage lot. Literally, they're a tow truck company.
Well, the fact that they also have forgotten that they had, that they're missing an entire tow truck. Sure. This isn't just like a single sock. Okay. You're not missing one. You're missing an entire tow truck. Okay. And if we've reached out, we've done the emails, we've done all the things. The difference is the information that isn't getting portrayed from her side is then saying that there's somebody who is signing off on the documents for them to not have permission to be doing the things that they did. So they're stating that the driver who dropped it off was not, or could possibly not have been.
I don't think she ever said that. That was never said. She totally, go ahead.
Nicole, first of all, someone here brought that argument up, and I shot it down so fast I couldn't believe it. If an employee or a relative or anybody I instruct to bring my vehicle somewhere and drop it off for work, they are authorized to do so. It might as well be me.
Exactly.
No one is alleging this guy went rogue.
Oh, no. It was stated to me, so I'm not saying that anybody went rogue. No, the gentleman showed up, worked for them, brought a second one. I'm not denying that whether he's a subcontractor, he might work part-time.
Doesn't matter who he is.
He's somebody's uncle. Yeah. That's not the point. Nope, exactly. So if they're signing on the dotted line, they're stating that they're liable, whether it's them or whoever they are representing.
Absolutely. But once again,
that's where their defense was then stating that
if they sign on the dotted line and they didn't look down there and signed off on $5,000 a day storage, I'd still be having the same conversation. It has nothing to do with the authority. It has to do with the amount. So, Nicole, let me ask you this. Are you willing to do anything for her at this point?
Oh, we've been trying to work with them, and I've sent all of the documents. I showed everything. Like, we didn't take a lien out of it, which on the documents I have every right after 30 days. Sure. It's been in my yard for 8 weeks.
Yeah. I get it. So are you willing to do anything on the $6,000? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, absolutely. We even have given options. So yes, there was the possibility of, if they wanted to do the work, we were cutting the storage fees in half.
Yeah.
We still wanted them to be able to have instead of them just paying me $6,000 and still having a truck that's broken. Like, why would you not want to utilize the fact that I'm not going to charge you those full storage fees?
At this point, because she
there
doesn't...
has not been any communication since.
At this point, I would guess, and I'm speaking for her, but simply because she doesn't want to do business with you, maybe she doesn't have the money to fix it. I don't know. But what I'm trying to do is I would love to put this to bed. So what is a fair number in your head right now for her to write you a check or come down and pay cash or whatever you want to do? What is a fair number so this is put behind all of us? What are you thinking there?
If she was willing or was able to bring it down, the literal minimum that I can do, being the fact of the nuisance that it has become to be able to even get drivers in there, I know that the owners would not go lower than 2,000. And that's just because we've done our part and they've signed on the dotted line.
Nicole, I personally, before I even bring up Giselle, think that's fair. Giselle, I think that's fair, and I think you should go down there with $2,000 and get your truck back. Are we on the same page?
Hi, I'm on the line. Yes. Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh, sorry.
I agree, and I wasn't just...
Giselle, are you good with that? I just want a yes or no.
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Nicole, I truly appreciate you coming on and doing what at least I consider the right thing, and I think that was a very fair offer. Honest to God, I do. I think if you've had...
I appreciate it. And
yes. And I do want to say this,
I
Nicole.
appreciate it. I'm glad that you all got to be able to hear some of our side too. And it's everybody knows too.
Nicole, hold on. I don't want this to go south, so I don't know how much you know about what we do. Before we even talk, we heard Giselle on the air, so we tried to reach out to you guys off the air a few days ago. We were told we would hear back, and we never heard anything. Then we called the other day, yesterday, and heard the same thing. So we have tried to handle this in numerous different ways. But I hope she stays on if she can. But Zach's going to kick me in the head because I am so late on this break. Please hold.
Okay.
That's a great solution.
We're going to the 12:30 break right now, Mark. 12:30.
That was some good radio. Got a good
we're not going back on the air till after 1.
We'll just stack up all the breaks.
I'm like Tom. I have 14 breaks off.
Yeah. That was good. She called in.
I'm going to do Fix It in Vistera in this break.
I'm good. Yeah, we need to go for a walk now. 20 minutes before
Let's walk off some
fire
pizza.
them both off, and all we're going to have is recording coming up, and I'll go to that before 52.
I'll go call sticks over real quick.
Yeah. Let's go walk off some pizza.
If that even works.
Oh, good cracker, huh, Kevin?
Mm-hmm. Felt good.
I want to tell you about a great company, Fix It 24/7. Right now, they have a special going on. $39 are going to come out and either tune up your water heater. That means drain it, get rid of the sediment, fill it back up, make sure everything's firing right. All for $39. Or both, by the way, get your air conditioner deep cleaned. They're going to come out. They're going to hit it with a hose. They're going to clean it down. They're going to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours cleaning this thing, all for $39. Now, that's for new customers, but these are the same guys for $39. Any problem you have, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, anything, $39 for a licensed tech out there. You're going to love the way they do business. FixMyHome.com. That's FixMyHome.com.
Mark, we're done with the calls, right?
Done with what?
Nicole and Giselle, we can let them loose. Yeah.
Don't even worry about Vestera. I'll do it in content, fire it off. We won't do it next break. I know I killed you on this one. And if Nicole wants to come back on and finish up, I am more than happy to have her on. And you should tell her to watch it right now. She left that perfect, and she wants to start saying she wanted whatever.
Yeah, take the win, move on.
Take a win and move on.
Yep.
Boy, that's got to be awkward when Giselle walks down there.
Yeah, they'll get over it.
I'd like to be there.
They'll get over it.
I assume we're going to be done talking about the BK.
Oh, yeah, we're done.
Yeah. I
Done
assume
and
they
over.
were listening.
Oh,
Yes.
I still would like to know why they owe a cement.
They had the parking lot redone.
Look up their place. Maybe it shows. Yeah, that's what Kevin was saying. It's probably a parking lot.
Look at Kevin over there.
Kev's.
Kevin thinking. The Kev man.
Coming from a guy with rocks in his head.
But I will say, I said it 4 times, Mark. She wasn't the owner. Did you hear her say? I think the owners would go as low as $2,000.
It doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter. I'm just saying I knew she wasn't the owner.
They'd be insane to reopen this up. Yeah. What I'm very curious of is, did they make a phone call to
The owners.
No.
Oh.
I don't want to
Hey,
go
right
down
here?
this on YouTube.
The other.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
I bet they did.
yeah.
I was trying to get a look at the lay of the land there, because a lot of these, where their shop is, which I'm not entirely sure the shop itself, because it's a different address from what you said. They moved, but I can't tell if they've overtaken an old FedEx building, and that's where they're working out of, or was one of the other buildings out there.
Oh, so there's room at the behind.
Well, no, that's not what I was getting at. She owns tow trucks.
Oh.
More than one tow truck.
Who does? Denver Spring?
No.
Oh,
The lady.
Giselle. Yeah, she said that. She owns 3.
All she has to do is pick up her tow truck.
Oh.
And it's a civil matter.
Unless they have it locked up.
That's why I was trying to see whether it was a gated yard or not.
I gotcha. You're right. Then it would be civil.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell Giselle what we like on our pizzas?
Right.
No, she did very good. So how did it end up, Axe, with her? With the CEO there, Nicole?
Good. She seemed happy. She was in a bit of a hurry because all the team was about to eat lunch. I
am so glad she decided to just hang up.
And once again,
because I got to tell you, it was starting to remind me of Hot Tub Man.
And once again, Axe, good freaking job getting her on.
Great job.
Good job.
Yes. In fact, let's switch. I'm answering phones from now on.
Axe has got the show.
I don't know. It would have been nice if he could have got it done sooner, I'm thinking.
Yeah, you know what? Jeff's right. We should have had this handled Tuesday.
Procrastination is
Friday. Here we are Friday.
At the end of the damn day, you find that you've had all week.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
And I love your tactics, Axe. I was listening to you.
Technically, it was Wednesday.
Do you think
Yes,
we're
it
better
was. You're
off?
right. It was Wednesday.
Hold on, guys. Zach, I wonder if we're better off just blocking them together. And the reason I say that is I'm going to hold the audience anyhow because they think Nicole's still on. What do you want to do? Block it. Period. So you fire it even if I'm yapping. So when are we coming back? Perfect. So I've got to 54, right?
Good, Kevin. Thank you.
Water if you're going.
5420. Got it. All right. 303-713-8255. I want to thank the CEO of Nicole, Denver Spring and Suspension, for coming on. I'm glad we got this worked out. Sometimes I've got to deploy tactics that, it is what it is. What can I say? I'm very transparent on it. I think once we finally got through to her, the outcome was good.
Yeah, no, I'm happy for Giselle. She sounded like just a really nice lady.
It's a very fair price.
Just honest mistake and was, I'm glad we could help
And I
her
get
out.
everything Nicole said when it comes to people parking in RV.
And using them.
I lived it.
Yeah.
I had 5 stores, Nicole. I lived it. Trust me, I know what you're saying there. But that's it. I've got nothing negative to say about the situation anymore. And that's that.
Yep.
Ding, 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 ding. We get another dinger ringing here. 303-713-8255. Hey, Melissa, what is going on with you, Melissa? By the way, 2 lines open. We got another hour to go soon. Melissa.
Hey,
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
You got it.
Are you there?
I'm here. What's going on?
Okay, good. Okay. So, long story short, my husband and I of 17 years got divorced just this last March. And about almost exactly 3 months later, he passed away.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh, sorry to hear that.
Passed away in June. Yeah, thank you. In our divorce, we talked about keeping each other on for beneficiaries for life insurance because of this exact reason.
Got it. Now, when you say talked about it, was that part of the decree?
It's not. It's not in the decree.
Okay.
We agreed to each other just to keep each other on as beneficiaries, and that's how we left it. We didn't include it in the divorce or anything.
Sure.
So, so then I go to file a claim with Shelter Life Insurance, and
the beneficiary
they
has
have to send it
changed.
to their legal team, and then tell me that they can't pay out the ex.
Why?
Like it's a state law.
Did they
said.
change? Okay, here's what we got to do. This one's really
Well,
important.
is it Colorado, Melissa?
Hold on. I'm going to get Zach will kill me. I made him a promise here. Melissa, hold on. During the break, I'm going to get Dan McKenzie, one of the best attorneys out there that deals with this kind of stuff all the time. Let's get Dan on. So you hold tight. Winston's got a minerals question. We'll get to that too. Look, I ran very long on that last call. I wanted to give Nicole all the time she wanted, and I wanted to get through that, which we have. So people, please bear with us. We're a little out of sync here on the clock, but we got another hour coming up. 303 Martino, 303-713-8255. And I want to reiterate, help at troubleshooter.com. The 303 Martino and help, they both work all the time. You can call or email anytime. A lot of times we'll get back to you, even during the weekends. So everybody, please bear with us. We got a lot coming up. We're going to get our expert, Dan McKenzie, and a lot more. 2 lines open, 303 Martino. I'll see you in a minute.
Good job.
I gotta piss so bad. That was good shit,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that's right. You need a dinger.
Under Colorado law, your ex-spouse is automatically revoked.
For what? The beneficiary?
Mm-hmm. Under Colorado law, the ex-spouse is automatically revoked. Thank you.
Huh.
I just got myself. I gotta go pee. Or I can just use the bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, you got an empty.
As long as they'll take it back for me.
Yeah, that's interesting. What do you got going on this weekend, Uncle Kevin?
I'm not a big weekend guy.
Just gonna hang out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I do.
It's supposed to be 100 degrees anyway.
Yeah,
What
I like
are you
to.
gonna do?
I like to stay home.
I usually go in on Saturdays for about 4 or 5 hours to just catch up on
paperwork
and reports, and I have a good accountant, but I don't want to pay her to do absolutely every.
Right.
She does what I finish and then verifies, corrects, and files stuff. You know what I mean? So, because I feel like if I do my own data and stuff like that, I can better keep track of what's going on as opposed to just looking at a report.
Who does your payroll?
Payroll company, a small company here in Denver.
Yeah. They take the taxes out.
Oh yeah, I don't play with it. Are you kidding?
Yeah, sure.
2 payrolls a month, and it's like $120.
Oh, yeah, because my sister did payroll. It was like half a day.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's common. You make.
I log in, I put in the numbers, and I hit generate, and then I can look at a report in 5 seconds. And then it's next day auto deposit. But it's so cheap. I don't know why.
And it takes the health insurance out.
It does everything. Whatever. Yep. Yeah, here.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah, we used to do our own payroll. God, that was
why? They keep up on all the laws. They keep up on all the changes. They keep up on payroll companies. To do your own or have your
because we did our own payroll, and it was.
I do my own payroll.
Then you,
and then I have my accountant just audit it every month.
But for what it costs, it's not worth it.
We used not ADP. Paychecks.
Paychecks is one, yeah.
It was just with 50 employees, it was too much.
Yeah, if I had something that big, I wouldn't do it.
But you see, mine cost me, 2 checks a month, 2 paychecks a month. They go all deposits. It's $120 a month. Yeah. They generate the reports. Everything is done. Unemployment, workers' comp. I mean, the whole.
Yeah, I mean, I just do the checks themselves. I pull out the deductions.
Yep.
And then I give him because. Well, they're doing your deposits too.
Yep.
Because I do that. So depending on how much you have to do in deposits, or how much payroll is rather, it can either be quarterly, which is usually like an LLC or something like that. Monthly, or I have to do it I have to submit it by the following Wednesday after payroll. And then some companies, you have to do it that day.
Yep. That's why for me, that $60 a payroll. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, you spend your time.
Hey, YouTubers, polls up.
That's $60 I ever spent in my life.
So I'm done till 6 after.
Hey, more power to you.
I think
for me, the only thing I got to remember is the day it goes in. Because it's depending on when the 15th or 16th hits on a Saturday or Monday or whatever. It could be a day sooner, day late. So they send me an email the day before, and 2 minutes.
Do you pay your guys twice a month, Kevin?
Yeah, 1st and 15th.
How do you do it, Jeff?
What's that?
Payroll.
I also have this Marco Bentinelli call. Marco said he should be available around 1.
Cool.
But I told Axe, let's get through the Dan McKenzie call. And if Marco doesn't text me back by then, I'll call Marco and say, hey, are we ready for this call? So I just didn't want to push it till you got done with Dan, okay? Mark, I don't know how you're going to catch up on those house spots. I don't even know if you're worried about it.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to survive.
Maybe do like 5 in a row. Some of them are 10 seconds.
Always the same.
You know what I mean?
You got to pay him every day.
$10,000 a month, and he is still 3 days short at the end of the pay at the end of the month. I had one guy had to give him $5 to put gas in his car to get to work the next day.
Oh God,
that's an interesting question about the life insurance.
Actually, I already looked it up.
Did we get McKenzie?
Dan McKenzie's available. We were just trying to keep him from holding 10 minutes. So.
I've never heard of a law where an ex can't get money.
During the process of the divorce, they had discussed.
Well, maybe that is true. That's great.
We had this life insurance. We still care about each other, so on and so forth. Just
people, do I got to beg for thumbs up all the time? Come on.
Guys.
Come on. $4,000 I just saved that lady? Come on. The case is solved this week. The aggression, just the show. Come on, people.
Between the hot tub case, the tow truck storage fees.
Going out and getting the refrigerator case done.
Oh, that's right. The refrigerator case. That was
timeshare lady. She's
the timeshare, yeah.
Come on, people.
God bless
Do you think I get a paycheck for this? Hell no.
Life insurance is contractual. They don't care what the divorce decree.
So if the guy dies, he can't get the half 50% of the.
I'm going on vacation next week.
The proceeds can't go to his ex-wife.
Or my end Monday, I already.
What does it do?
I think you will be.
Okay.
There's got to be some sort of contingent beneficiary. Somebody else is inside his life.
Well, normally, like when we did our will with McKenzie, he wanted multiple beneficiaries.
Yeah, because if you perish at the same time.
Hey, I'm not going to put a poll up on this because I'm going to let that one run, but I'm curious, YouTubers, do you think that CEO was starting to kind of push the waters, or was that more of me? I'd just be curious. Just type something in there.
It sounded to me like she was wanting to put some. She felt her blood was in the water and she wanted to share it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So she was, I don't want to say getting lippy, but she was getting a little She sounded great up until towards the end, kind of acting like.
In other words, she reminded you of you.
Shut up.
Yeah.
When she said,
right, Kevin. Yeah, if she's a little
where
forceful.
my brain was almost going to explode was when she basically was saying, we didn't give her the opportunity. Thank you for giving our side out. And I'm like, wait a second.
She wanted to start spilling grievances.
The wiener ones, but
Yeah.
crickets was good.
What's it's more red. It's kind of a steelhead.
Steelhead. Now that's called steelhead trout, so that throws me off.
But it's not. It is and it isn't.
Okay, fair. Okay, because they have that at Sam's
too. The salmon?
We didn't.
Not that particular one.
If you get on,
Right. I said, we smoked salmon. He goes, yeah, I smoked steelhead. And I said, yeah, but it says it's trout, which throws me off.
Yeah, I never heard of
Because
steelhead salmon.
Is it trout or is it does it taste just like salmon?
it tastes a lot like salmon.
Mm-hmm. They're transitioning out to a saltwater life, so they're going from freshwater to salt. So it changes the complexity.
But it's red.
Okay, because I've seen that at Sam's
Yeah,
too.
I like that. But there's a brine I use with vodka and something else on the Traeger website. You brine it overnight in vodka and
It's so
and
good.
salt. And,
I use a similar brine, but I just keep forgetting to add the fish.
That's
fish
good.
never makes it in.
Yeah, you never make
It started out like that.
He was swimming in water, I figured.
I drank it all. The brine's in my belly.
I just had to deconstruct it.
Has vodka in it?
Yeah, I don't know what the vodka does for it, but it really
That one
has a
is
good
not
flavor.
Makes it all
vodka.
taste good.
Let's put vodka brine.
Now, are you cold smoking it or hot smoking it?
Hot smoke.
I don't think the cold smoke. I know
It's a little soft.
You're in
it
Alaska.
looks raw,
It is.
It is.
and I don't know that I would like that. I haven't tried the
you
cold
have to
smoke.
try it. It's even just buy the King Supers. It's good.
Okay. Well, there's some right at Sam's I was going to try, but I was like, well, it looks raw.
It is raw.
It is.
Okay, here it is.
Just with a smoke flavor.
But that's what the smoke does. Remember,
Yeah,
this is similar
plenty
to, like most ceviches. If you have like whitefish in there,
Yeah.
you don't cook the fish, and it uses the citrus to cook the fish.
Okay. I have plenty of vodka to try this with.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it's simple.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it just whatever the flavor. And I like putting some coarse black pepper on top. Kind of heavy coating of black pepper on top.
Now I got to get some.
God, that's
Freaking, I want some bagels and lox now.
Now, this doesn't even say you have to do it overnight. It's almost talking about like it's a marinade.
With fish, yeah. So it may not have been like 4 hours or something.
Yeah.
Well, you usually want to take it out and then let it sit and develop a pinnacle too.
Yeah, you want to let the skin dry a little bit.
Yeah.
Before or after?
Take it off. You put it on a rack in the fridge.
Leave it there for about. Yeah.
Before you marinate it or brine it?
Marinate it. Take it out. Dry it off. Put it on a rack in the fridge for about 3-4 hours.
You pay attention to the fish. You want it to develop a pinnacle on there.
That's what that word is I was seeing. It's like, what the hell is
like a
that?
little skin almost.
Yeah.
And that way the smoke will penetrate. But yeah,
Okay.
once you brine it, you take it out, put it on a rack in the fridge.
Understood. Okay, we just did a dry rub on this one,
Yep,
the first
yep,
one,
yep.
to try it out.
No,
It
that's
was
good too.
super.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways. Yeah, the vodka everybody likes. But you don't taste vodka. I mean, it's not like a,
Right.
yeah. Then another guy I was doing this dry brine with brown sugar and salt, where you kind of pack it, and you just let it sit for 8 hours. And when it comes out, it's completely different color.
Well, there was a company that was promoting that years ago.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of sweet options. He had like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
All right, we got another hour to go.
Oh, John Capone she sounded like the hot tub dude.
It gets me though. I was out of town when I had my tow truck company, and an incident really stupid. One of my trucks got impounded because they said they didn't know who to call, didn't know whatever. It's a tow truck, you know.
with a phone number on it.
And a PUC number.
8-inch number down the side of the truck, you know, from the fender to the
I
rear
call
wheel.
BS.
But that's what I'm saying. So she tried to call who? With a tow truck company sitting in your back lot for 6 to 8.
She could have just called the damn number. The only thing that might not be true on is if it's like, because she only has 3 trucks, I wondered if it was repo, and you're not going to put your number.
Not necessarily my number. I see what you're saying. But yeah, in my case.
In most cases.
You know, they said it was a hit and run, and we couldn't find the
But you know, if
24-hour dispatch.
If she was repo, I think she would have already come up with the solution that I offered.
What?
Repo your own damn truck.
Okay, and we got Dan McKenzie on. So you know what, Mark?
We got a cool cat I wave at all the time in Franktown. He's got the coolest looking repo truck, solid black, no phone number, nothing on it. And you can just tell it's the kind that you pull up and jack up. I don't even know if you got to get out of the vehicle.
You only round the block, you tie it down or something. You know,
I have a feeling I know who it is because I've worked on that truck.
You think so?
Yeah, he's got a couple of them.
In Franktown.
He's in Franktown, he's in Castle Rock.
It's got to be him.
Yeah.
He lives in our neighborhood.
Okay.
Gotcha towing or something like that.
Yep,
he's. I've never
Is that
talked
what
to
it's
him.
called?
I can tell you, he is the nicest guy
I can
ever.
tell he is
great.
too.
But I've never talked to him.
I've worked on some. He actually brought in here last year, I think it was.
It's called Gotcha.
Yeah. He had picked up, it was actually in immaculate condition, a Mitsubishi Eclipse, and brought that in for us to fix up for his daughter.
Wow.
But it was actually, you know, in most cases, it's like.
He lives right by us,
Does he?
like
He's
less than a mile.
He's a real good guy.
Yeah, I can tell. Just the way-
Answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
All right, my friends, welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. We get directly involved in your problems. Our goal in life is to help you to the tune of $300 million. Think about that. That's how much we've recouped in services and money. You name it, we've done it. We've had a lot going on today. Very, very busy day. We got a call on right now. I got to get right to. We have our expert. We do have one line open, that I will say. 303 Martino, get that line filled up. Car questions would be great. I got 2 car guys in here. My God, we got Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech, Jeff Vick, Kimber Transmission, and we got this poor woman, Melissa. I'm going to bring Melissa up. I'm going to lock you in, Melissa. Dan McKenzie, attorney at law. Dan, how are you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
Very good. I appreciate you coming on, Dan. Dan is our expert when it comes to estate planning, asset protection. I think you get the idea. Dan, I don't know if she's correct in this, but I have Melissa up. She got divorced. And when was the divorce finalized, Melissa, roughly?
March 12th.
3 months later, X dies. They agreed at one point, orally, not to change the beneficiaries on their life insurance policies. So I don't know if he changed it. I don't know what happened there. Well, hold on. He passed away. Okay. Melissa, you reached out to the insurance company and tell Dan what you heard.
So I just went to file a claim, and they sent it to their legal department, and they said that it's a state law that the ex doesn't get paid out. Basically, we should have notified the insurance company that we got divorced and we're going to stay on as beneficiaries. However, we didn't know that. Nobody told us.
Dan, does it automatically...
We just kept each other on.
Dan, first of all, I got 3 questions and I'll let you talk. Is that correct, what she said? 2, does it just simply go to the heirs, like if there was kids, or does it just follow that path? Go ahead, Dan. You get my questions.
There is a presumption if you get divorced after someone has designated a beneficiary on a policy that person will be treated as though they predeceased you unless you notify them. So not inaccurate, but it's a presumption. I wouldn't necessarily throw my hands up and say, okay, well, I definitely lose. But yes, there is a state statute that is consistent with what she's saying.
So where would the life insurance policy benefits go then?
It depends on whether. So, like I said, they treat it as though the person passed away, and they do whatever happens next. So, if he had contingent beneficiaries on there, go to them. If not,
Melissa, what do you know? Who are they saying is now the beneficiary? The estate or what?
They haven't told me, but when we signed up our life insurance, we both put our oldest daughter, which is actually my stepdaughter, but we put her on. We wanted to put our youngest on as well, but they wouldn't let us because she wasn't 18. So now it's going straight to his oldest daughter.
And yours are getting cut out. You and your kids are getting cut out, basically.
Basically.
So Dan, let's get down to brass tacks and get real. What kind of defense do you put on here? Like, if she engaged with you, are you the correct kind of attorney for this? Have you dealt with this before? And let me ask you this, Melissa, how much money are we talking?
$225,000.
All right, Dan.
And can I just point out that the whole reason that we agreed to keep each other on as beneficiaries is because he was supposed to pay alimony for 8 years. And then child support for our youngest until she's 19. And now, 3 months later, I'm just out. I'm just done.
With this eldest daughter.
Okay. Would it...
in 3 months.
When did he pass away?
He passed away June 15th.
Okay. So we might not know yet. I don't know if there'll need to be a probate process or not, because that would be a court case that potentially there could be some activity.
There is going to be.
Okay. So you could potentially bring some sort of breach of contract action against the estate, or ask the estate to potentially ask the insurance company to abide by your agreement. I'd have to think through and get a little bit more details on the steps, but really it could be, to your question, Mark, I mean, it is an estate issue, but really this is going to be kind of like civil litigation. So really any civil litigator could do it, and somebody who does that kind of work might be the better choice, actually.
Wow. But she does, in other words, go ahead.
Can I I guess we would fight for the insurance, but if that doesn't work out, then am I going to go after the estate for lost alimony and child support?
You could. So that the issue is that people do, the reason that people agree to these circumstances like you did with the life insurance is that those obligations can end when the person passes away, so it gets reinforced with life insurance. But again, I don't want you to necessarily just throw up your hands and say, well, I guess there's nothing I can do. You should definitely investigate. If you had an oral contract, that could be something. The thing is, he didn't breach it. The insurance company is the one that's not abiding by it. It sounds like he did not remove you. They're just saying, hey, this is the rule, and we're following it. So
remove each other at all. Yeah.
Do you have, who would you suggest she calls in this instance?
Well, is she going to be listed as I don't know if she's going to be listed as an interested party in the estate, but I think maybe that's the first thing to do, and that would be probably an estate attorney, actually. So that we could do that as say I have an interest in this estate, and start from there, and then just start. You've got some investigation to do to figure out what happens at this point, and where is the insurance company in the process.
Melissa, I am so glad you called. I did not realize, first of all, I feel educated in the fact that Colorado actually has some form of statute like that, but I feel good listening to Dan, because what I'm hearing is I'm not even hearing 50-50. I'm hearing, because of the kids and other reasons, this could very, very well be worth fighting. And I think you should call him off air and have that conversation and get moving on this before that money is put to somewhere else and disappears. I mean, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
Melissa, this is Bo. I have a question. Do you have a good relationship with the stepdaughter? So if all the money's going to her?
I did, up until the day after he died. And she is just completely 180. She's
not even talking to me.
She's not honoring.
She used to have 220,000 reasons to like each other. Yeah.
So she wants it all.
Right.
So I honestly, I mean, I can't tell you anything else, Melissa. I'm glad you called in. I really am. It sounded like you just thought too bad, so sad, but it definitely sounds worth fighting for. I would call over to the McKenzie Law Firm. I'm going to give you the number. I'll give it out to everybody.
Okay.
But do you have any other questions for Dan while I have him on?
I have a question for Dan about this.
All right, hold on. Let me put her on hold. Make sure she has Dan's number. But go ahead. What's your question for Dan?
Dan, what could have Melissa done to make it right? Like for our listeners, what could you do to make this? What procedure needs to be done to keep this from happening?
Oh my God, Bo, great question, because Dan, most of us would have never have known that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, it is very commonly part of the divorce process that you agree you're going to maintain life insurance on each other and for each other's benefit.
So it's in the decree, basically.
It's in there. Then you got to, you have a mechanism to call and make sure that they haven't changed the beneficiary, because people do that. That's usually what we run into, is somebody, in this circumstance, the decedent would have changed the beneficiary himself and contrary to their agreement, and that's not really what happened here. So that
I almost wonder. I got to ask her one more question. Let me lock you in. Hey, Melissa, did you guys both have family law attorneys? How did you guys get divorced? Were attorneys involved?
Our divorce was extremely easy and simple, and I dare say, honestly.
Up till now.
Yes.
That's what, now I get it.
Divorce.
Melissa, I get it. You don't have to say anymore. I put her back on hold. But Dan, that's what happened. They did it themselves. They didn't know.
Yep.
That's scary.
This is very fascinating.
I always tell people it seems simple because you don't know what you don't know, right? I mean, you just don't know. You're not aware of these kind of issues. But you do, as mentioned, you do have to tell the insurance company, I really mean to keep this, kind of reaffirm that even though we've gotten divorced, I do mean to keep this person on as my beneficiary on this life insurance policy.
That is such an interesting thing. I would have never have thought about that. But if they did have attorneys involved, or even a good mediator or an arbitrator or something, and this probably would have never have happened.
And I wonder why they would ever pass a statute like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
the other way around. Somebody's been divorced for 20 years, and
you're right.
Their ex-spouse is getting it, right? Instead,
makes no sense. That's true.
Yeah.
So listen, everybody out there, Dan McKenzie, I want to tell you a few things about him. One, my goodness, he probably just saved this lady possibly $220,000.
Yeah.
So take that for what it is. That's coming for me. But when it comes to asset protection, protecting that nest egg you've built forever, making sure your kids get it or whomever you want to get it, estate planning, we're talking trust, wills, you name it, lawsuit prevention, and anything from basic wills, power of attorneys, medical directives. Dan does it all. We have used him right here on the show. He comes on. He is our legal expert when it comes to estate planning. Please give him a call with any questions. 833 CO Plans, 833 CO Plans, or coplans.co. Dan, I really appreciate it. Dan McKenzie. Now listen, Rick, Winston, Michael, hold tight. We've got some car questions and other questions. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
That was very interesting.
I didn't know that.
Thanks a million, Dan.
Mm-mm.
Jeff Vick looked it up.
Yeah.
She'd be crazy not to call him.
Oh, yeah.
And a simple phone call after the divorce to say, hey, I'm still keeping her on.
All right, folks, I want to tell you about Discount Bath Chris Console. Oh, my goodness, do I like Chris. They just finished our bathroom probably, 5-6 months ago. It's absolutely beautiful. It's our hallway bathroom. Chris sent Steven out. My wife, and Steven sat down. They looked at different products from American Standard and Kohler and tons of other manufacturers. They talked about accent lights and mirrors and colors and paint. These guys come down to every single detail. It's like you hired Rembrandt to redo your bathroom. But the part that I love, and I can never emphasize this enough, not only do you get the top-notch quality, the great people to work with, but you get it all at a discount price. Put them to the test. If you've been looking at getting bids on getting your bathroom done, put them to the test. They come out, no arm twisting. They're going to help you design it. They're going to give you a bid on it. Compare it to other people. You're going to absolutely love them. Take it from me, discountbath.com. That's discountbath.com.
What'd you say?
I said if you know to make the call, you make it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I didn't know that law existed.
No.
I didn't either, and I've been messing around with trucks.
I thought she was misinformed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you can't change going through the divorce.
I get it now. Once she said, okay, you've been divorced 20 years and someone forgot to do something.
Even though the best beneficiary is listed in the life insurance policy, but if you get a divorce with the state law, Jeff, it's null and void, right?
Well, no, that is definitely not what Dan said. It's definitely not null and void.
Well,
it's worth pursuing big time.
Okay, you're right, Mark.
It's not automatic. It doesn't.
But there's a snafu.
I think it's automatic that the court is going to have to tell the life insurance company what to do.
Which means litigation. It's going to be a lot of litigation.
It's not their fault that the law.
She better move quick too.
Yeah.
Because a young person with 220,000 can disappear.
He just recently died within a month, right?
Yes.
She could have the money. The stepdaughter could have the money right now.
Yeah, it could be already been paid out.
I doubt it would be paid out that quick. And I think they would have to pay
Especially
it.
because they would have to go through probate because there isn't somebody specifically listed.
Yeah, exactly.
Her daughter is listed on it.
Yeah,
as a contingent, yeah.
As a
So she would step up. She would move into first position.
I don't know how that works.
I don't think she'd need to go to probate to get the money.
I know she better make a call
We
quick.
got you. Just hang tight a minute. You do have a car call in front of you, but we have our attorney on standby for us, and we're going to get you back on with Mark to readdress your issue, okay?
I'm glad I came into the show. I learned
Hang on,
something
and
today.
you're a little staticky, so just make sure your connection's clear, hon.
I got a book for you guys to fight over. Bring that book in from the break.
Remember Pam with the appendix, and they kept her in the hospital too long, then she gets a bill?
Oh, Bendinelli.
We're getting Bendinelli back for that call. Appendix took too long. Getting Bendinelli.
Isn't the appendix pretty routine anymore? I mean, once you get in and out in like a day.
She was in the hospital with pains. They said, we need to take your appendix out. And they waited. Her appendix burst while she was in the hospital. So then you have whatever that is. That's cleanup.
Yeah, that's nasty.
So she wants to sue them for not getting it done. And apparently the reason they kept putting her off is there wasn't a doctor in the hospital that could do the surgery then.
And it was an emergency.
But the whole problem with the suit is she's fine now. That's the problem. But it'll be curious. You know, sometimes Marco shocks me.
Pain and suffering or something.
Something. She says her life has changed. She can't walk 5 miles anymore or something.
Was it Marco on the other day with this?
No, we never got him. That's why we're readdressing it.
Hey, Susan, is he expecting my call?
Well, yes, but we're going to go to this car call. So go ahead and call Bendinelli. Just tell him we have to handle one call before his call, okay?
I do not have
For your customers.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It went to voicemail.
Just to put in your waiting room.
But
although Kevin's eyeballing it like it's going to his house.
It's autographed. I got that as a graduation present.
yeah, I've got so much we've already brought down from the cabin, and we're going to make another load this weekend. And as long as the fires stay at bay, we'll probably go back up next weekend.
That's good. Well, Kevin, I'm glad you can use it.
And the U.S.
Yeah, well, they're waiting for their oil change.
I finally got rid of them.
Yeah, well, I don't have many customers that wait for anything.
Magazines from the 90s.
Yeah.
Took them out of the doctor's office after they were done with them.
Mad Magazine. Remember?
Do you guys still have the old school bun coffee maker, the big fucker?
Boys Life.
Do you?
You know that one lady called a couple of weeks ago about the Napa parts magazines or something. What were those called?
Oh, I remember that.
I remember those.
What was it?
It was like a quarterly or something like that.
Weekly, quarterly, or something.
Napa had a magazine?
Like a 3-page, 2-page flyer.
I didn't know.
But it's more like play.
This ladies.
Because you got women on the cover.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So they're old school.
Old school, yeah.
They wouldn't be doing that
Well,
now.
that's why she said, it's a little, it's like, here, these may be a little racy for some
A little risque. All right, 303-713-8255. We were talking during the break way back in the day, Napa Auto Parts. Would they hand them out to shops?
Yeah, there was a shop thing, yeah.
Yeah, so the shops, but they were like a 3-page leaflet that would have scantily dressed women on them, to put it at best. And Kevin, hit your mic, but I was thinking, I don't even remember seeing those. How long do you think they were?
Parts Pups.
Can't hear you.
Parts Pups.
Parts Pups.
In the 70s.
In the 70s. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm going, I don't remember those at all. Nowadays, that would be very...
Oh, yeah, no, you don't do that.
You go back to the 70s, I don't think any women brought cars in. The garage was men.
No, all the pinup calendars and everything.
So even when I sold the last of my stores in like 14 or 15, 50% of my clientele, and at some stores even more than 50%, were women.
Oh, yeah, more than that now.
Totally changed. Hey, Michael, what is going on with your car, Michael?
Yeah, I got a 2012 Volkswagen Jetta, and I did something you always said not to do. I went and bought it for a car lot. I did not have it checked out because you let me have it for the weekend, and I drove it. It drove fine. But I have a problem. I'll come to a stop sign. My idle's perfect. I'll take off. I get it up to 35, 40 miles an hour. I take off my foot from the gas, and it will not slow down. It stays going at 40. So I thought maybe my cruise control was on. I started messing with my cruise control, and it doesn't even work.
How do you slow it down then? You just got to ride the brakes? I mean, I don't get it. How do you finally stop the vehicle?
Well, when I come to the next stop sign, I hit my brakes and it stops good. I mean, it won't slow down, but it'll stop. But
so you're saying it's like the accelerator is pushed or the cruise control's on, even when it's not. Period. End of story. Like, would it go up a hill? If you were going up I-70 and this happened, would it continue to do 55 or whatever you're at?
If I took my foot off the gas, yes. After a while, after maybe 4 or 5 blocks, it'll start to slow down real gradually, but it'll stay going for a good 5.
My God, guys, what would possibly cause that?
Is it also idling high when you're out of gear?
No. I'm sitting right now and it's out of gear. It's idling perfect.
It's got to be a pedal sensor or something.
Well, let me ask you: if you brought it over to Sheridan Auto Tech and you went on a test drive, does it happen every time? Does it happen once a year?
All the time.
Yeah, it's got to be a pedal sensor or something. It's got an electronic sensor.
What the hell's a pedal sensor?
Well, they don't have cables. That run from the pedal to the accelerator.
It's just like an the Fords had.
Yeah. So, unless the physical pedal itself is sticking on the floor, like the Toyotas on the carpet would get stuck.
So even in a 2012, I guess even the Fords back then, I used to call them fake pedals.
Yeah, fly by wire. There's no wiring anymore.
There's nothing. Yeah, fly by wire.
Yep.
Rick, why don't you bring it over? Or I'm sorry, Michael, bring it over to Sheridan Auto Tech, and he'll diagnose it and give you a price on it. I mean, the price is going to be fair, if not great. But what part of town are you in?
I know where he's at. I've been at his store a couple of times.
Oh, cool. I mean, let's say it is that pedal or the sensor. I mean, just like, well, is there a ballpark range there, Kevin? I mean, it can't be $1 zillion.
No, I don't know what a pedal sensor is.
Yeah, especially on a Volkswagen. You've got about 8 different engines that can be in that car. There's a whole
deal.
Yeah. Typically, the pedal is a couple, $200-$300.
How do you diagnose something like that? If there's a bunch of sensors, what do you do?
Well, you just get in with a scanner and you just watch the readings. I mean, if the reading is
so you basically drive it while it's doing it, and the scanner's going to start telling you a story.
There's a process.
You can actually, while you're driving it, while the problem's going on, you can start a movie. While the problem's occurring, then you save the file. You can go back and then review everything and see what's not working right.
Got it. Michael, you were going to say something else.
Yeah, and also my engine light went on in like a day, and I took it to AutoZone, and they said the gas filters needs a gas a gas filter.
I have never heard of a check engine light that says gas filter replacement.
Did you have the number they gave you?
Gas cap.
No, the
airflow sensor.
Fuel.
That doesn't matter. Kevin can fix that too.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, he can fix that too. Michael, hold on, man. If you know, well, you said he knew where you are.
He's been here before. I know who he is.
Oh, cool. Yeah, get it back over there. He'll get you hooked up, man. But listen, anybody out there, once again, I got to brag on these guys. Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission. This guy rebuilds transmissions for municipalities, people. I don't think I've ever had a complaint on him. Years and years I've known Jeff and Kevin. 10 plus easy. And then Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech. Jeff can help you anything to do with your transmission, transfer case. They rebuild everything in-house. Sorry, I had to cough. But anyhow, transmissionsdenver.com and then SheridanAutotech.com. And I've used both these guys. I vouch for them. Great people. And I'll give you Sheridan's phone number, 303-455-7242. And Jeff's phone number, 303-693-1400. I'm going to ask Rick. We got Pam on, and we're going to get Marco Bendinelli.
Yeah, he's coming on right after the break.
Great. So real quick, Rick, what's going on with spam?
Well, I have gotten spam calls, of course, for years, but I mean, my phone lets me know. When in the last couple of months, I've gotten these unsolicited marketing calls, and it doesn't do me any good to just say, take me off your list.
No, of course not.
Put myself on the national.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And here's the deal. Rick. Even if you block them, they just call from a different number. It's the most irritating thing in the world. And there is a special place in hell for these people. There truly is.
And Dimitri's actually been successful several times suing these people.
What I'd like to do, Rick? I would like to have you on next time Dimitri's in. I don't know if that's Monday or Tuesday.
Probably Monday.
Monday. I'd like to have you on because we have people ask about this all the time. I'm going to put him on hold. Dimitri is literally figured out. The hardest part is figuring out who they are and if they're in the country. If it's a company in the country, he has legitimately sued and won thousands of dollars of exactly of what you're talking about. And let's get that information from him. I'd love to do that. Now, look, I got two lines open, or one line, whatever it is, 303-713-8255. We're going to take a quick break, stay on schedule. Listen to that, Zach. I'm staying on schedule. Thumbs up. Thumbs up to you, too. We're going to come back. I got Marco Bendinelli. Marco Bendinelli is one of the few attorneys in Colorado. Listen to this. This is how good he is at personal injury. In fact, I don't know if he still holds a record. We'll have to ask him. But he had, within 1 year, 3 $1 million verdicts. 3 over $1 million verdicts in 1 year, and I think that was a state record a while back. I want to ask him about that, but more importantly, Marco, I know you're listening. Pam went in because her appendix hurt or she had stomach cramps. She wasn't feeling good. She goes to the hospital. They do what they do and say, oh, we got to get your appendix out. They waited, and then her appendix burst.
Like 15 hours later.
Right in the hospital. Then, of course, feces, everything, infections, you name it, of course, it happened. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So, Marco, I appreciate you coming on. Pam, you hold tight. One line open, 303 Martino. Oh, good, nothing.
No, I get to take a break. You need a break, Mark.
I don't know how he still
Did you
talks
say
after
something
the
about
show.
stay on schedule or get back on schedule?
Either or. No, stay on schedule this break. This hour I've been perfect so far.
Perfect.
That's what we're calling it.
Perfect.
He had one break in 3 hours. Yeah. That's the only one we're counting.
Yeah, we're counting.
Here, I'm going to put a pull up. Would you agree Mark is next to perfect?
Next.
Yes, I'm right here.
With break timing.
He calls because he's got a complaint on compass.
Oh, my God.
What's that? Mark's listening, but he won't even let the guy know we're talking. I'm talking to him.
He's a nut.
Anyway, so he's like, I've got some issues with Compass. All right. Well, we don't really hear complaints, right?
Then he's like, by the way.
And then he's like, just want to give you some constructive criticism about some of your other referral list members. Goes off about Frank Duran yelling at him right then and there. I knew. But
you knew he was a nut.
Then
shared it on.
You were next. So anyway.
So we all got a little.
He didn't come on the air.
He went down like 5 people.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like okay.
But when he said Frank yelled at him,
you lose me there. You lose me when anyway.
And if he did, what
apparently,
the hell did you do to make him yell?
His vehicle might have got hit in your yard, and you sent him to a body shop. It was a sketchy shop. I don't know. It was and I think it was like
Axeman, these morons on
I didn't know if the name sounded familiar.
Are saying I'm not good with my brake timing. That's great.
I think that's what he was talking.
I can't believe they're saying I'm not good with my brake timing. I think we just shut the video down from here out. We don't need these people. We don't need input from them. We need nothing. Nothing from them. We're going to teach you a lesson. And I'm not just talking, wait. Now it's starting to turn a little. The worm is turning. In fact, I'm going to lock her in right here. Over 50% of people, which is acceptable, think I am near perfection when it comes to brake timing. So in your face, Suzanne. Yeah, in your face, Zach.
You waited for what, 2 votes?
Yeah, you got 2 votes.
I'd like to thank all of my fans out there and my brake timing people.
What fire is Jeff talking about? What's that fire called, Jeff?
Oh, his cabin's up there.
Gold Mountain Fire.
Yeah, but now there's another one that's sparked south of you.
Yeah, it's just directly south.
So you're sort of got 2 concerns
two
now.
Coming up, yeah. So the Gold Mountain Fire started on June 27th, just outside Uray, and has been approaching our area.
Yeah.
And then just yesterday, that elk fire started up. It's obviously from embers flying off of the other fire.
Yeah.
But so we're not in an evacuation zone yet, but
you're like pre-evacuation.
Pre-evacuation, yeah.
Were you able to get your stuff out of there that you wanted?
Got a bunch of stuff last weekend. We're going to go up to either tonight or tomorrow morning and get some.
Is it a hassle to get to your place with smoke?
Well, the smoke, I mean, yeah, it's there. So, but it's not like you have to cut it or anything like that. So the biggest thing is keeping an eye out for emergency vehicles and staying out of people's way. But I mean, there's still a lot of people up in our community that are actually still just there day in, day out.
That sucks.
How big's a fire? Does anybody know how big a fire needs to get before they name it?
Well, they named the elk fire yesterday after it was over an acre.
Wow. God, an acre seems like that's like nothing to put out,
but when you're fighting fires.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm forgetting that part.
And even when you're doing water drops and when they're putting down the suppressant and whatnot, you're really not. I mean, you're just trying to make the fire harder to spread. It's really usually not going to put that out. Not in forest fires, especially when with the heat that develops. Most of the time, the water will be steamed before it ever hits the ground.
Got it.
So the retardants just are supposed to slow it up so that the ground crews can do the work.
It's so dry up there, though. It's Troubleshooter Show.
And if it gets into the Cimarron Valley, it's going to take off.
It's dry in my yard, man. It's dry.
But we've got, in the Cimarron Valley is way overdone with beetle kill, so it hits that, it's going to be quick.
Well, we just don't want any fires named the Franktown Fire.
You're
damn right about that.
So Marco, one time, her and I were going to head up, check out his new house in Evergreen. So we're heading up there, and he calls us. He blew a tire on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And he had a run flat. So here's a guy that's got a lot of fucking money. I don't know how else to put it. He's got a lot of fucking money. And he's so cheap, though, he buys like a tire for his $150,000 car from Tire Rack and has it shipped to his house.
Oh,
so he had the replacement tire because he didn't want to pay what Discount Tire wanted for it in his car for probably a week. And finally, the run flat just imploded. There was nothing left of it. He's stuck on the side of the road on I-25. So we're going up, or I-70. We're going up to his house. He calls, says, I'm stuck. We were about 2 miles from him. So we went over and grabbed him, and he had his car towed over. And he's telling me this story, and I'm just listening, like, in awe, going, why the fuck would anybody order a tire from Tire Rack and keep it in their car for a week. Why wouldn't you simply go get a tire?
Yeah, or just spend the money
in a $150,000 Mercedes.
Marco is a busy man.
All right, 303-713-8255 coming to the house. Marco Bendinelli, how are you doing, Marco? Long time no chat, sir.
I am doing wonderful, Mark.
God, I love his voice.
If I was doing any better, it'd be two of me.
Yeah, you know what I love about Marco? This guy loves going in front of a jury. If you get to know him like Suzanne and I have, I can just imagine, I want to use this word, I would say folksy. He knows how to tell a story. He knows how to explain to that jury, and he understands who each one of those individuals are. I mean, it's really impressive to know that. It really is. He can he knows how to talk to this person. Marco, I would assume when you look at a jury, I'm not talking about picking out a jury, but when the jury's set and you're talking and you're in the middle of the case, you probably have a good idea of who your holdouts are. Do you truly have a good idea what the hell's going on in the minds of most of them? Is that a fair assessment?
Well, you always think you do.
That's a good way to put it, man. That is a good way to put it.
But you're not always accurate, and then you go, I can't believe it was the little old lady.
Yeah, exactly.
That led us down this nasty path.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, I guess you're right, because I guess some jurors are trying not to be read either. They're trying to be all secretive of what they're thinking. I bet that's a little game going on. So here's the bottom line. I'm going to bring Pam on and kind of walk her through the story somewhat quick. But Pam, you were in pain and you went to what hospital? Porter?
I went to Porter Hospital.
And what was the pain you were having? I mean, just abdomen or what?
Abdomen pain. I first thought it was gas.
Yep.
And then I got in the yoga position and nothing happened. I thought, something's wrong. So I went to Porter Hospital and they said, they took an x-ray, said, so good you came right away. Your appendix needs to come out. So good you haven't eaten, because I hadn't eaten since way before the...
Hey, Pam, what time did you show up at the hospital?
I showed up at the hospital a little after 5 a.m.
So 5 a.m., Marco, she's at the hospital. They do the x-ray. They tell her that appendix needs to come out. It's getting ready to burst. And then basically what happened from there, Pam?
Then they just kept giving me morphine and telling me how good it was that I came over and over. Finally, early afternoon, I don't know the exact time. My daughter and I think it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Not sure the time. And it ruptured. And I mean, it was the most painful thing I have experienced. It was unbelievably painful. So that was around 2 in the afternoon. Now I've got all sorts of, and I've had nurses and people say to me, you could have died. You could have had sepsis. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they took me to the surgical unit. The surgical unit, the people there said, your surgeon is performing surgery at Littleton Adventist Hospital. When she's done, she'll come and do your surgery. So at 7 p.m., 14 hours after I got there, I went in for surgery. And the surgeon told my daughter I had all sorts of fecal matter. It was major surgery. It should have been in and out same day, laparoscopic. People don't spend the night in the hospital anymore because it's an in and out easy procedure for appendicitis. So then they said, it's so late, you're going to have to spend the night. And then they said, and they gave me tons of antibiotics. Because of the surgery, because of all the problems, we're going to keep you the second night. Now I'm on an inhaler. My lifestyle, it took me, now I'm conscious enough that I can talk. I didn't proceed with this earlier because I was exhausted for a long time. This started on April 29th.
All right, so, hold on. Let's just stop right there.
Absolutely.
Marco, I want you to jump in now. And, she's talking personal injury, medical malpractice. I mean, kind of tell us your thoughts just given this and ask her any questions you have.
Yeah, listening to the story, I mean, it's traumatic. And, if it was my family member or... I would be really upset.
Yes.
However,
I have to put my lawyer hat on, right? And so one of the reasons that medical malpractice cases are not pursued, a lot of people decline to pursue them, is because they are time consuming and expensive. And usually, if there's not $100,000, $200,000 in damages, we don't take them because, the other thing is the jurors let doctors off the hook all the time. Like, I follow the jury verdict reporter, the Colorado jury verdict reporter, because I'm a trial lawyer. And, 1 out of 4, you'll see a win on a medical malpractice case. Maybe 1 out of 3.
Oh my God.
It's just, the lawyers that represent the physicians, they usually do that for a long time, so they're good at it. And, so my question would be, and I don't know the answer to this. Pam, I heard you say one thing. You said, I could have died. Well, that could have
means nothing.
I get it.
It's not measurable.
They're now charging me $650 copay for a 2-night stay when I shouldn't have had to stay even one night.
You know what? I bet if you rattle some sabers about, I bet they'd waive that.
Have you tried, Pam?
I wrote a letter to the president of Porter, and I got a letter back saying everything was done perfectly.
Oh, wow. You know what I could do, Marco?
Wait a minute. Do you still have that letter?
From them? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Why? What are you thinking? Marco? Something went off in your head. What are you thinking?
Oh, I want to see what he is representing. If this was normal. If he says this was normal, then I'm going to get a little bit more spun up.
Really?
Hey, Pam, I'd like to see the letter.
Pam, get that. I need you to get that over to Marco. It's worth it there. Marco, let's talk. I'm going to put her on hold. Hold on, Pam, and get that letter and give her Marco's information or where to get it. Or actually, she can just send it to help at Troubleshooter, and Suzanne will get it to Marco personally. He's got a huge office. We want to get it right to him. Marco, let's talk damages real quick, though. And what I mean by that is if she's okay now and it was a horrible week or two or whatever, I don't even know what the lawsuit would be about. What would you go after?
Well, I don't know what, what difference is there from a surgeon's perspective on removing appendicitis or appendicitis that's burst?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know the difference. So that's something I would investigate.
We'll just get that over as soon as possible.
A couple nights in the hospital, like I said, on a human level, I really feel terrible about, things like that happening. But, it's always a business decision because we have to hire experts.
Yeah.
And one thing we got to do is we have to send it out before we even file a lawsuit. We have to get, a statement from a physician that our case does not lack substantial justification.
Yeah, or merit.
That's the words out of the statute.
Yeah, that's crazy, and that's
$5,000 right there. That's $5 or $10,000 right there.
Yep.
Just to get a physician to look at all the records and write a report.
And of course, most people want the attorney to basically pick up all these charges and participate in the outcome. But if all of these costs are $80,000 and the outcome is $10,000, it's an absurdity. No one would ever take any case like that.
And that's true. Now, in a typical personal injury fee agreement, the one that they have up on the attorney regulation website,
sure,
like the model fee agreement. When the clients sign that, they say they are, while we may advance cost, clients are ultimately always responsible for cost.
For the cost.
Now, however, in 32 years, I've never, if I didn't win a case, I don't ask. That's like injury to insult.
Oh my God, would it be
for a check?
Yeah.
You know, so I've never, ever done that. I wonder if I can get in trouble for that, for admitting that. But anyway, because I'm supposed to hold the client responsible.
Marco, you filled in for us here before, so you know I'm up against this time. I want to ask you one more quick question. I was trying to explain that you had 3 verdicts, not just judgments, but 3 verdicts that were multi-million. Do you still hold the record for that? What am I thinking about? I know you told me that years ago.
Yeah, you have it close. The answer is yes. I mean, I'm not aware of any, but it wasn't 3 in a year. It was 2 7-figure verdicts within 30 days.
Oh my God!
And I don't believe anybody's done that yet. I had a verdict in Adams County, and then I had about 2 weeks to prepare for the second jury trial, and we had $75,000 offers on each of those cases.
So you went from 75 grand to over $1 million easily, and you won.
Marco's badass, Mark.
He is badass. Hey, Marco, I honest to God, I appreciate you coming on. Pam, get him that letter over. We'll follow up with this if there's something to follow up with. But Marco Bendinelli, you got any questions? They do free consultations, but we're talking medical slip and fall like in a store. You get the idea. Personal injury. 1-800-ATTORNEY. Boy, I bet a lot of people would kill for that number. 1-800-ATTORNEY. Thanks, Marco.
It is a great number.
Woo! Isn't it funny how he picked up, you still got that letter?
Yeah, but here's what she said.
What did the letter say?
We did everything perfect.
Yes.
There is no way that letter says we did everything
What was
right.
that? What is the letter about? I missed that.
She wrote to the president of Porter or whatever.
That she shouldn't have had to spend 2 nights in the hospital, therefore she shouldn't be paying for a copay.
You know what's funny is over $650.
That copay she would have been paying anyway.
That's right.
She saw him up for the room stay, though.
No, it's for the room stay.
Oh, so it wasn't a copay, it was a bill.
It was a bill because she stayed 2 extra.
Yeah, each night cost you X amount copay.
Okay. I was
She's
on the
not
phone.
worried
So
about the $1 million lawsuit. It's the 600.
She just wants her $650, not a couple of million.
She's like, I know that, but they charged me $650.
Right.
I could have died, but that $650 I am really pissed about.
Don't let me forget to give you the inflatable mattress for the
I'll walk
homeless
out
guy. I don't know if you guys missed that one. The guy who was living in his
that was this week. Was that this week too? Yeah.
No, you missed that one. That wasn't this week.
What
That was last Friday.
That was last week. Not last Friday, the Friday before. Last Friday there was no show. Or last Monday.
Homeless guy living in neighbor's backyard for 16 years. So we put boots on the ground.
Bo Boots.
I disagree with buying the guy a mattress.
It was on a Friday?
It was $29.
That's not why I disagree. The caller called because she's like, if I go to sell my house or if I do this, literally there's been a guy living on my neighbor's
He was
porch.
living there, but they're siblings, brother, sister.
We couldn't find anything illegal about it.
Yeah. So if you camp if you live in a camper on our property,
Can't
that's
do that.
illegal. But if you sleep on our porch, Kevin, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
You know, Suze, if you put it that way, you're right.
Well, until we let the dogs out.
I'm good with dogs.
You want me to drop that off this weekend or do it during the show?
I don't care if you do it 2 weeks from now when you happen to be
I don't care if you keep the mattress.
It's an inflatable mattress with the carry. I thought
my daughter's bringing some.
That's what I said.
Kind of like feeding the cat.
Maybe I'll swap it out with my old mattress. Do that.
The person that called us was a neighbor that's disturbed by it. Right. So what do?
She was pissed.
We're helping them move in.
She's mad at
really pissed.
Pissed at all you, not me. She's like, Mark, you're the only one that understands. And that's how it usually happens.
You know what it was? Was it last Thursday? Because we didn't have a show Friday. It might have been that Thursday.
Wait a minute, I was home. I called in because I was listening, and I asked if you wanted me to come over.
That's funny.
But he was definitely sleeping there.
How long am I going to have? I already took my headphones off. Am I going to have 2 minutes? 1 minute. Okay, enough to give their info out.
Get that info out.
TrannyDenver.com. That's Tranny Denver. If you're transitioning, I want you to reach out to TrannyDenver.com.
No longer called Tranny Fluid.
It is
tranny fluid. Gender affirmed
No,
fluid.
it's Denver Springs and Transmission.
It's ass juice. Do you think someone owns assjuice.com?
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm looking right now.
It's
Mark.
It's the red stuff.
Because if not, I'm buying it.
Red juice.
You got to run on.
Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, someone owns assjuice.com. And I'm going to go away from assjuice.com right now. If anybody asks, Mark is not the one that went to assjuice.com.
Gotta let go.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. And for people
That
on
was
YouTube,
sketchier than you porn.
do not go to assjuice.com. It is a very descriptive website.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Bo's on it already.
Yeah, Bo's like, ass juice.
Take docs now.
Do it. Ass juice.
Writing it down.
Incognito.
No, doctor, I'm not going gambling.
Oh, shit. That's so funny. Mark. You got to have their phone numbers up, babe.
I just give out websites. Or what do you guys want? Want me to give out phone numbers, hit that hard, or website?
Either one, 6 to 1, half a dozen the other.
TrannyDenver.com. And Sheridan Autotech at assjuice.com. That's ass as in ass and juice as in juice.
The juice.
Those pistons.
Specializing in white Broncos.
Assjuice.com just got an influx of hits.
They're like, man, we haven't had anybody at ass juice for years.
I keep those pistons running.
You know, leave it to this world, though, where that's taken. I mean, like, honest to God. Leave it to this world, right?
Well, once you thought about it, the first thing you wanted to do was get it.
I'm looking at a show we had that you guys, it just popped up when I went here. Both of you and Bo and Suzanne were the exact crew we have here right now.
5 months ago.
5 months ago, we had over 1,000 views on that show.
It was a good day.
Wow.
I wonder why it's literally the exact group we have here. That's fucking crazy.
Team, Bubba.
But I wonder, did YouTube, it just put that one up when I went to our channel? It randomly picked that one up.
I thought it threw it up from ass juice.
All right, folks, listen. 303 Martino, that number works on and off the air. It's important to get your calls in. We're going to be back here Monday fighting crime, fighting the bad guys, recouping money, going after everybody, exposing people making your life miserable. I want to tell you about the good guys, though, real quick. Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Autotech, these guys can do it all. And Kevin, I love your warranty, 3-year, 36,000 mile, nationwide, right? Nationwide.
Yep, nationwide.
Nationwide in almost everything you do.
Yes.
Jeff Vick, one of the best transmission rebuilders out there. He's going to save you a ton. Great warranties. You're going to love these guys. Please use these guys. You can find them both on referral list. But Jeff's website is transmissionsdenver.com, right? Transmissionsdenver.com.
Almost got yourself, yeah.
And then the weird one is, I always wondered why you got this website, because it's very strange for an automotive shop. It is SheridanAutotech.com. That's SheridanAutotech.com. Guys, thank you. I appreciate you coming in as always. And please have a good weekend, everybody out there. We love you. We'll see you Monday.
Nice ending. I'll be in Monday.
I didn't know. Did I go out too late? I can't. I'll come in there. I was probably talking during the commercial.
I'm so glad.
Did you think I was going to pull out the ass juice? You can be honest. I bet you thought it's possible. You might.
Potential.
There's some potential there. If it was, if our beer guy was in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If rock and roll was in, and
You
we
might
were
take that for a
27
beer name.
samples.